step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Sometimes you just gotta shimmy.
Got to shimmy away into the new week, you know?
Wow, okay, my whole body is literally shaking. You know, through my whole season of Strictly Come Dancing, I could not get one part of my body to shake without the rest of the body shaking. So we're going to do that for you this morning. We're going to shake it up, and then the shake is going to go throughout South Africa and hopefully get you out of bed and appreciating the day, because it is a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day.
What a way to start your day.
Come
hey,
on,
with
matching
this kind of
and
energy.
everything.
I know, and...
And?
Dun, dun, dun.
What are those?
You can tell me officially what you want to name these.
I love them.
I'm going to
so
call them
much, Greg.
Shandles. That's all you get to see. That's
Shandles.
it. I'm going to call
them.
them.
Not too many seconds. Not too close to the
They do have an official name, and I'm ready for them because I'm ready for summer. I'm ready for the day. I'm ready for this brand new week. Very excited about today because I'm not training with young Logan Linnen, a 15-year-old sprinting sensation. He is incredible.
Yeah,
How are you feeling about that this morning?
I'm very proud of him. I'm just going to turn the focus on the youth of tomorrow. No, it's really exciting that he's under 15, doing incredible things in terms of moving from one place to the other in 0.0.0.0 seconds. And we can't wait to meet Mr. Logan. I'm just wondering what exercises
he's run past us about 5 times already, and you've missed him. He seems like a wonderful young man as well. He's going to get into some great training at a critical phase of his sprinting career. And I say this very obviously because I want other sprinters, other young athletes to take note. I think we've been tested with our South African athletes over the last week. It's been a challenging one for them at obviously the World Champs. I think high hopes, maybe not quite met. So we'll get into that, the emotional conversation and how you grow an incredible young sportsman from the mind right down to the shandles.
To the shandles. Okay, I'm going to go contemplate your shandles. Maybe come up with another name as I prepare the news. Graham, let them see your feet one more time.
Thank you, thank you. However you look this morning, we're going to ease you into the weekend style. We're going to hopefully wrap our heads around the crazy sport. I know to Manchester United, well done. I know it was a tough one, but they beat Chelsea this weekend. They needed a red card to get it done, but it happened. Don't shake your head. And then I completely missed the Azerbaijan Grand Prix yesterday, so we're going to bring in the big guns to bring us up to speed in just a moment, but I'll give you a broader scope of all of those weekend sporting highlights and our sporting news after we try and wrap our head around where the world is right now with those news headlines with Carissa.
Well, thank you so much, Gray. Let's get into your national news headlines to kickstart this Monday. And we start off here with Public Works and Infrastructure Minister Dean McPherson, who has welcomed the Construction Industry Development Board's blacklisting of 40 contractors from June 2024, a sharp turnaround after 2 decades of minimal action. Now, the move prevents the companies from bidding for tenders or receiving work, sending a strong message against non-performance and corruption. Now, McPherson says this aligns with his vision of a professional department delivering quality infrastructure to grow the economy, as well as create jobs, restoring accountability, protecting public funds, and ensuring communities benefit from government projects. In other national news, a 32-year-old man suspected of poaching is receiving medical treatment after being shot during a confrontation with rangers and another suspect in Kruger National Park's Crocodile Bridges section. Now, the rangers encountered the 2 men while patrolling, and one allegedly aimed a rifle at them, prompting self-defense fire. Police spokesperson Tulisile Magugula says one suspect was wounded while the other escaped into a nearby sugarcane field. The injured man will appear in the Masoi Periodical Court once declared medically fit. Looking at your international news making headlines, Malawi's former president, 85-year-old Peter Muthariki, has taken an early lead over incumbent Lazarus Chakwera, 70 years old, in the September 16th election. Now, he has secured about 51% of the vote from 9 of the 36 councils counted, compared with Chakwera's 39%. Now, both major parties have claimed victory, but the Malawi's Electoral Commission has urged patience, with full provincial results expected on Wednesday. The vote took place against a backdrop of high inflation, fuel shortages, and growing frustration over years of economic hardship. Meanwhile, Britain, France, Canada, Australia and Portugal are expected to recognize a Palestinian state today at the UN General Assembly, joining around 140 countries supporting Palestinian independence from Israeli-occupied territories. Now, Britain's move is symbolic, given its historic role in Israel's creation after World War II. Israel's Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir called the recognition a reward for, quote, murderers, referring to Hamas's October 2023 attack that killed 1,200 and took 251 hostages. Israel's retaliation has since killed over 65,000 Palestinians, destroyed infrastructure, and displaced civilians. Closing up with a story where the Californian desert is set to glitter brighter than ever as Coachella 2026 announces Sabrina Carpenter, Justin Bieber and Karol G as its star headliners, marking the first time any of them will be top of the iconic bill. Now, across 2 weekends in April, more than 250,000 fans at Indio's Empire Polo Club will see Sabrina kick off the Friday, Bieber light up the Saturday and Karol G close the Sunday magic. Joining them are Teddy Swims, Central C, CMAT and rising UK favourites like Lil Sims, Wet Leg and FKA Twigs. Now, with celebrity sightings and surprise moments almost guaranteed, next year's Coachella promises music magic and a festival season worth remembering. Well, that is where we leave your first bit of news this morning. Let's get into this first sporting highlights with Graham.
Let's start with the good news first. Let's start with cricket and perfect timing for our Proteas ladies. The form is kicking in. Tasman Brits smashing a career best, in fact, 171 not out in a record 260-run stand with our captain, fantastic Laura Volfart. She weighed in with 100 there as well as the South African women beat Pakistan by 26 runs in Lahore to clinch the ODI series 2-0. So despite Sidra Amin's 122 and Natalia's Parvaiz's 73, strong showing. Nadine de Klerk's 3 for 45 and then Marazan Cup. The Cuppies putting their hands up 2 for 37, sealing a very memorable win. Perfect timing ahead of that Cricket World Cup. Now we get into rugby, and what a finale to the season. Suzuki Gekwas pulled off a famous upset, edging out the Lions 27-25 in a pulsating Currie Cup final at Ellis Park. One for the ages. The Lions seem to have clinched it with Lubabalo Dobela's 77th minute penalty and then an 80th minute turnover. But a TMO intervention handed Gekwas one last chance, and they took it. George Whitehead calmly slotting the decisive penalty to seal some historic glory and steal the win there. Absolutely brilliant season capped by a fantastic finale. Well done. Now, not so much where we turn to athletics, but there is at least a connection that we can be proud of. Botswana stunned the world to claim the men's 4x400-meter relay gold in Tokyo yesterday, becoming the first African nation to win the event. Colin Kebanachipi, he anchored them home in 2 minutes 57.76 seconds, edging out the USA and South Africa, who claimed bronze in a pretty dramatic finish. The US heading back in the women's race with Sydney McLaughlin-Lebron guiding them to gold there as well. Now let's get the tail of the tape in the footballing lane, and Liverpool stretched their perfect start with a 2-1 derby win over Everton, opening now a 6-point lead at the top of the table. I know it's still early days, but they are looking strong. Man United, they saw a slight turnaround, beat Chelsea 2-1 at Old Trafford, despite Casemiro's red card, while Arsenal, they salvaged a 1-1 draw with Man City, thanks to Gabriel Martinelli's stoppage time equaliser. That was after Erling Haaland's early strike. Oh, they're going to put the nerves to the test this season, and I suppose that's great for the fans, so we'll take it. And then we're going to get into more of a sprinting mindset in just a moment and introduce an incredible young star that you need to track. But right now, foot of the brand new week, the weather becomes that much more important. Let's get the latest and those temperatures across the land.
Thank you so much, Gray. Let's see what's happening in your weather. Well, the South African Weather Service has issued yellow level 2 warnings for today. Now, there's damaging coastal winds and waves that are expected between Plettenberg Bay and Port St. John's, posing risks to small vessels and navigation. Now, damaging interior winds are also forecast between Plettenberg Bay and Gqeberha, with possible damage to temporary structures, small harbours, as well as traffic disruption. In addition, extremely high fire danger conditions are expected across the Highveld of Mpumalanga, eastern KwaZulu-Natal, southern Gauteng, as well as Limpopo. And all of that brings us to the sunrise view of this hour. And my goodness, Atlantis through the eyes of Rainique has never looked this beautiful. Thank you so much, Rainique, for looking at the sky and thinking, you know what, my Expresso family definitely needs to experience this joyous moment with me. And you've definitely brought a smile on all of our dials right here in studio. And I can guarantee the rest of Mzansi, you are just about opening their eyes right now to a brand new day. 19 degrees is what you can expect on your side out in Atlantis, and we wish you a beautiful day. As the rest of you, let us know what your mornings are looking like on 0630369649. For now, though, let's delve into those temperatures for this Monday.
Looking like a beautiful hot day in parts, and keep tracking that weather with us this morning. Any weather warnings, anything like that, we will bring it out. But the weather this weekend was good.
It was
a little bit of rain
good.
here and there, a lot of sun, as you can see from my face. You look like you had an amazing weekend.
I had
Giving
a
me that kind of
fantastic
energy.
weekend. I had a great weekend.
Break it
I'm
down.
jealous of your tan, but I try to get a little bit
Sort of
darker,
tan,
you know?
yeah.
I was out in Hermanus this weekend, and let me tell you, it was
did it.
fantastic. I did it. It was my first time. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Really?
I really loved it. Got to see this much of a whale. But
It's still a whale.
it's still a whale. I saw it blow out all the water. I said it made everything for, like, really made my day. But I had a beautiful time celebrating our 10 years together. I just created a little reel enjoying Cliff Path. Y'all didn't tell me how gorgeous Cliff Path was.
Okay.
We decided to run it because we're doing a 10K next month. So,
I thought
you
you
know.
were just in a hurry.
No.
Okay.
So we just decided to put in the work. I visited the market as well, which is so gorgeous. There's so many like little gems throughout Hermanus that you can
girl,
really
you
get
know.
into. And then we also, of course, went to this beautiful place called Fix Pool, which is this beautiful bar overlooking the rest of the beaches. And like I could talk about it to no end. We went to restaurants, we had some lunch, dinner, breakfast, everything was just such a perfect little holiday.
It does look great.
And the nature reserve out in Fernkloof, like
And I suppose a
everything.
moment for you guys to take stock a little bit.
Yes.
Because it's been crazy these last few weeks.
Yeah, and it's been a month now that we officially married, 10 years together. Celebrations have not stopped, and it's nice to just take time out, you know?
Make plans.
Make plans. Plans for
Hey,
what, Graham?
Make plans, yo.
For the bright future
There's the plan. Oh, I thought that was the plan
ahead.
there. But that's the
That's
problem.
always the plan.
The bubbles and the plans. It often comes true. I'm just saying. No, that's great. I'm so glad. But well done for you for exploring. Because how far away was that? Like,
It was probably...
What, of like an hour?
Yeah, hour and a half. Not even that bad. I'd highly recommend people just do a little weekend. In fact, my friends were doing a day trip with their little kid, and they met us there as well. So it's nice to just get out for the day and then go home again.
And lucky when it's not your kid and you can just
Yes.
send it off with
Bye.
someone else and go and
Have a
sip
good
your
one.
bubbles. 'Cause that's what grown-ups do, apparently.
And then we ended the weekend celebrating Chad Simon. Next month, he has twin girls that are coming his way. So him and Savannah, we just had a beautiful time celebrating them and enjoying
Your other work
My
husband.
don't be
It's
jealous,
okay.
Graham. My other work
If
husband.
it was anyone other than Chad, you don't understand how much I love that guy,
He's
man.
so
We've
great.
got some history together, and I'll always have some time.
Oh, maybe
for him.
I'm jealous now.
Exactly. Yeah. How does it feel? Huh? How does it feel?
How was your
I'm happy
weekend,
for you. No, I'm
Graham?
so glad because, and I keep going on about West Coast, East Coast. You just drive a little bit and stop, and you will find something amazing. But it's those hidden gems that you want to look out for. Well, speaking of doing grown-up things...
Tell me more.
I had an amazing weekend, spent a lot of time outdoors, took Jack into the mountains again. We discovered a little valley in Constantia that you can only get to by foot, which we had never seen before, which felt like really absolutely amazing. There is my little man who's now bulking up, man. He is getting so strong.
He's so
absolutely
grown.
Stunning. But these moments in green spaces, the green energy, I thought I needed to take him there to calm him down. I needed to calm down and recenter and have a proper conversation with him. And it made me realize you don't have proper conversations with your children unless you give them the space and the time to be able to do that. So that was major. Then we went out on an adult date. My wife and I went to watch Chicago. Guys, you don't understand. That's the beautiful artscape. And I had to take that photo just to show off the Galaxy S25.
Look
and
at
then
the
my
gorgeous
wife,
couple.
man, she looked
It's
amazing
the animal
last
print
night.
for me.
I know,
Dang,
she's
I
on
love
another
that.
level at the moment. She's just absolutely gorgeous. And I'm so glad for a dancer to see that show. Stripped down, absolute Jonathan Rocksmith. We knew he would be amazing.
Goodness,
and guys, he comes and performs here with us. You don't understand. But every element of that show, the choreography, next level. I think the people who wrote that and created this piece would have liked to have seen it like that.
Yes.
Every person in the cast, absolutely world class. One of the best shows I've ever seen. And I've done West End, I've done Broadway. Absolutely amazing. So Jonathan and the rest of the amazing cast of the South African edition of Chicago. It's moving from the Artscape up north to Johannesburg. Well, honestly, one of the best shows I've ever seen.
I think we've got it for like another week or so. So I definitely have to book a ticket ASAP.
Please,
Yeah,
absolutely brilliant. And it was just an opportunity to see South Africa represented in the most spectacular way. And young stars rolling like they've been on Broadway for months. I know Sam's going to be stepping back in. I'd seen Sam when she was Roxy back in the day, when Craig O'Barney was kind of the male lead, and thinking to myself, no one will ever top this. Absolutely brilliant. So if you want to see some of the greatest that we have in the country right now, go and watch Chicago and have a grown-up day out, man.
Yes,
it was just so much fun.
As if I need an excuse to get out again. But yes, I will be watching Chicago. We're adding that to the list. I'm glad you had a fantastic weekend, Gray.
You too,
now
my friend.
Let's have a fantastic show, Expresso fam. We'll be back straight after this with more magic.
Only you can make my day.
Happen with another masterclass. The Dutch driver will look up and see the checkered flag first and weaving across the line to celebrate victory. It's Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And he punches the...
So he is 20th at this point. Looks to the outside. It's just slippery out there. Oh no.
We're talking about racing in the middle of the back. This is the back of the back. Unusual performance. And the same applies to George Russell, who made the key moves. And he is second across the line for his 7th podium of the season. But for the first time with Williams. It's Williams' first podium since 2021. Kimi Antonelli is in 4th. Lee Wilson will get his 4th result in 5th. You can best 66. Larry Norris 6 points away for his nearest rival.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back, Feel Good fam. It's Expresso right here on S3 as we wish you a beautiful good morning on this Monday. And listen, this coming Wednesday, we're celebrating a very special day in South Africa. It is, of course, Heritage Day. Some may call it Bride Day because they know that from food to family traditions, they are going to be celebrating and raising that South African flag so high, which is exactly why we need to know what you are getting up to this coming 24th of September. Hit us up across our socials, or you can let us know via voice note on the number 0630369649. Otherwise, you can find us at Expresso Show. Drop a comment. If you have pictures preemptively, we would love to see those as well. Or if you have your braai menu sorted, please let us know and we would love to share that with you. So yeah, that is our good morning post for this morning as we get into a beautiful show ahead. But now, though, we're going to turn our eyes over to sports to see what the Grand Prix is all about.
Yep, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix saw Max Verstappen back on top, quite dominant, in fact. But the youngsters, there are some upstarts in the league this year, and we are here for that. When it comes to Formula One, Williams back on the podium. It's going to be a lot to unpack here as the Azerbaijan Grand Prix delivered drama from the opening lap, literally. Oscar Piastri's crash, ending his 34-race scoring streak, and then, of course, denting McLaren's title hopes. They've had a fantastic start to the season. Not so much Max Verstappen, but back on track. He made it look easy, storming to his 67th career win. And then back-to-back victories, obviously, after Monza. Then George Russell battling some illness to snatch second, with Carlos Sainz claiming Williams' first podium of the season. And this seems to be sending shockwaves through the world. So we brought in, well, he looks far too fit to just be a Formula One fan. I'm guessing he might own himself a gym. Ethan Turk is here representing Outcast Fitness every other day. You dodged a bullet not doing a fitness segment this morning.
I think so, yeah, by the sounds of it.
But you're ready for it. I love that,
ready,
man.
yeah.
But we've got other heavy lifting to do, yeah, because the Formula One season, for someone who's been kind of drawn into it, it's been crazy. It feels like we got a bit of spice, a lot of drama. This Grand Prix certainly served it up.
Yeah.
Max Verstappen showed what he could do last weekend. A lot of people have been thinking maybe a little bit shaky this season. He looked dominant yesterday.
He looked really good yesterday. Really good yesterday. It's something we haven't seen in a while from Red Bull. Also, to be a McLaren fan this weekend was not... It hurt a little bit. I'm not going to lie. Yeah.
But we want this. We want a level of competition. But how much does that mean? Oscar Piastri's crash, well, yes, it created a kind of a different narrative for the race. But for the driver, he's been phenomenal this year. What does it mean for McLaren?
I think in the grander scheme of things, I don't think it means that much. I think it does bring all the points a little bit closer. I think McLaren are now only 25 points ahead or 23 points ahead. Yeah, it's straight into the barriers. Yeah, so I think in the grander scheme of things, McLaren is looking very good. And I think you can just write this off as a bad weekend.
Yeah, a learning opportunity.
A learning opportunity,
and the team has done amazing learning over the last two seasons. I think that if anyone is primed to be able to take this on the chin and move on, I think they are.
Yeah.
Speaking of taking it on the chin, George Russell, if you think of resilience, to be sick when your body is being put through what their bodies get put through inside that cockpit, and maybe the team will feed off that. A great moment for him. Obviously, I'm sure not his lived experience of it wasn't great, but on the other end of that for Mercedes and for the driver, a massive moment.
Yeah, I think, to do this sport in particular while feeling a little bit under the weather or sick or whatever, it might be probably the worst thing ever.
Almost impossible when you think of how much they have to fine-tune their bodies to get to the baseline.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are experiencing upwards of 5 Gs in a corner, and I mean, to add a sickness onto that must be absolutely terrible. So I think the fact that he pulled out a second place.
Whatever motion sickness tablet he took, whatever he was on, I want to find out. No, but superb moments. And I think it's good to remind people just how hectic, physically, how intense the race is. And Azerbaijan also gives it's quite a hectic track to ride on. It's quite enclosed. It's, there's a lot going on there.
It's a street race.
Yeah.
So, there's bumps everywhere as well.
I was playing, I won't mention the name of the PlayStation game, but it felt like one of those races more than it felt like a daytime race, if that makes any sense. Carlos Sainz. why is everyone losing their minds at Williams being back on the podium? For Formula One, there is something quite romantic about just saying that.
Yes.
This is special, yeah?
Yes, I think Sainz going from a very reputable team like Ferrari, going from Ferrari to Williams, and then, you know, everybody's thinking, oh, it's not going to go well, he's just going to drop, and then puts himself on the podium in a Williams car for the first time, I think, Williams since 2021.
Yeah.
They haven't been on the podium, so I think not only is it's a smooth operation for Sainz, but I think also he's kind of given the team a lot more hope.
At a good time, because a couple of others have faltered. Maybe things aren't looking as glued down as people think. Where I know you're not the most impartial fan, which is why you're a fan and not a reporter. But how are you feeling about the season after this week and after the last 2 weeks, actually, because things have kind of shaken up a little bit?
You know, I think when it comes to F1, everything is always going to end up being close towards the end. I mean, these teams are closer to each other than everybody thinks. And I think, you know, having a fight closer and closer and closer towards the end of the season is kind of what you want as a fan. Yeah, you know, you want that fight. You don't want to go into, like, there's 5 races left and you already know who's won.
Just to cut a sporting analogy down to a TV bite size, sport will be the winner.
Yeah.
Formula One is the winner this year. Now, we love it when teams that have that emotional underpinning connection to the sport do well. The whole sport does well, but there are some phenomenal young drivers knocking on that door. Buddy, thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Here's our surprise this morning. Go get your fitness gear on. No, you're not. Luckily, Carissa's going to take one for the team this morning. She's about to start working through what it takes to prime your body to conquer the country right now. We're going to introduce you to a phenomenal young sprinter in just a moment.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. You know, on a Monday morning, we like to open up a window to discover fresh, new talent that is already making a mark. And Team South Africa obviously dominates the COSASA School Athletics Games in Eswatini with over 100 medals. That is an unbelievable achievement, but one standout performance came from a certain 15-year-old sprinter, Logan Linnen. The Rondebosch Boys High School athlete won the under 18 100 meter in 10.59. Is it 59 or 69 seconds? Luckily, he's here to set us straight. But he is already holding a South African school's record with a blistering 10.54, and his speed has put him firmly on the athletics map with good reason. So for all of his achievements, can we give him a round of applause? Welcome, Logan. See this? I love my cameramen and my crew because I wish we had a live studio audience just for you, man. 50 people sitting there screaming. Congratulations,
Thank
dude.
you very much, thank you very much.
Yeah, we mentioned the split seconds because they really do matter.
Yeah.
Because you might spend an entire year at the level that you're at training for one split, one split. Incredible, man. When you hear the things that you've achieved being spoken about, do you take that on board? Do you put it aside? Because there's a lot of people talking a lot about you at the moment. How does it feel to have all this focus, man?
Well, it's good, but it's also not good because you will have a lot of pressure on you and things.
I'm glad you've said that. Maybe pressure is good in your world because it's producing amazing things.
Yeah.
Where does this come from? What do you think the magic inside you is?
Well, I would say it's a family thing.
I like that. How so? How does your family support?
Well, so basically, rugby, my dad's side, athletics, my mom's side. My mom used to be a sprinter.
Oh, wow.
So I got that from her.
Got it from my mama.
Yeah.
What makes you a good sprinter? Because you're at a level now where it's about the nuance, it's about the tiny details. What gives you the edge at the moment?
Well, it's very tough. It's very tough, but discipline is key. Discipline.
How do you maintain that consistency? Because, and all due respect, because I know you're knocking around with the big boys in the under-18s, but you're still very young. Your mind hasn't even formed yet. How do you stay consistent and focused? Is that where you need the parents to kind of step in?
Yeah.
What does a day look like for you?
Well, day for me, say weekends, it's like 3 hour, 4 hour practice. I'll practice afterwards, take a rest, then I just chill.
So when you're playing rugby, does your mom even watch you play? Can she even watch you play rugby?
Yeah, she has to.
She has to. Did you have a choice? Do you play at wing, I'm assuming?
Wing and fullback.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that combination. You can see I have 1 foot in sprinting and 1 foot in rugby.
Yeah.
This makes me very excited. I would imagine quite a prospect having you charging down the line. When you play your rugby, is it a similar mindset? Because now you're in a I know you're always sprinting for a team and sprinting for your people, your brothers, your sisters, but when you're playing rugby, you're on the field with them. It's slightly different. Is it the same mindset, or do you have to kind of change gears?
Well, I don't really change the gears. I just keep it like simple and like just stay calm.
You have 1 gear.
Yeah.
1 gear.
1 gear.
And it might be 6 gear. So when you want to get yourself going, because I would imagine there are days when it's easy, when you feel strong, where you got the energy, you had a light day yesterday. Then there are days when you played rugby yesterday, you played a match, you've got to get yourself up and moving now, and just getting out of bed feels like the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
What do you say to yourself? How do you get yourself moving?
Well, I just think about my future, so it basically pushes me just to like get up and do the hard work and everything.
What is that future? What does that look like for you? What are you going to achieve, bro?
Well,
and remember, this is the manifestation station.
Yeah.
So what you say right now, what comes out your mouth, is almost 99.9% assured of coming true.
Well, I'm basically a step closer. I made the essays that was my dream. So yeah.
You've done it. You're manifesting
Yeah.
already, my friend. I love the fact that you, and again, all due respect, are still a young man and you aren't pushing yourself too far in that space. Everything else seems to be falling into place with the dedication. Are you going to be kind to my friend? You're going to train with Carissa in just a moment? I love her, man. And I need her. I kind of need her, man. I love the fact that you are maintaining balance in your life. I like the fact that you're playing rugby, potentially against my son's school, so not so much about that. Now, you're in an amazing system and so amazing with your family supporting you in that way. What's the next big kind of event thing for you? What's your next big challenge?
Well, this weekend, I've got a Fairmont event where we'll be doing only the 100 meters.
Okay. Fear him. What sort of time are you going for now?
I'm probably just keeping it simple, take it easy. Let's say 10-8 for now.
10-8. Just slow. He's just strolling in. Just strolling in. Take a look at yourself on track. Are you the kind of athlete who likes to watch yourself, likes to see yourself? I know this is not your core event, but I'm assuming the other athletes don't know that.
Yeah, there's actually like it boosts me. Push me.
Really?
Yeah.
It's boosting me, man. I cannot wait for the amount of interviews you and I are going to be doing in TV land after the way that you have announced yourself onto the scene. But you are a wonderful, humble young man, which doesn't happen very often when you get this much talent. So stay in that lane, dude.
Will do.
Now, I'm buttering you up. You know why? Because you're going to go and train with my friend in just a moment. Oh, there it is. Oh, man, I can smell the tartan burning underneath you, man. I almost shouldn't be showing you this to get your blood pumping up. There we go. Are you able to even think when you're running like that? Is it just the body going? How do you kind of, what's going through your mind when you're traveling?
I would say there's nothing going through my mind in that moment. It's just the finish line.
Just the finish line. Man, I love you, kid. All the best of luck. Please be nice to my friend. Now, as I say, in all honesty, I look forward to interviewing you many, many times as your career takes off. Well done, bud. Well, yes, some of us, it might be a little bit too late, but luckily some members of this team are young enough to turn their sporting career around. It's on your shoulders, girl, in your hands.
And it feels a little heavy, Gray, but I'll take it on. We are going to get through a beautiful round of fitness right now. I mean, you heard from him a little bit earlier. His name is Ethan, and he's also going to join us, a PT, doing the absolute most. And then, of course, the fastest 15-year-old ever. Of course, Liam is still here to take us through a couple of the workouts that maybe he gets into to make sure that he's at the top of his game each and every time. So what is up, Ethan? What's up, Liam? Thank you so much for being here. Ethan, what sort of things do we do? Liam, sorry, what sort of things do you do to Logan? Oh my goodness, I've given you 5 different names this morning. Logan, what sort of workouts do you do to make sure that you're at the top of your game? Are you stretching, dynamic movements? What are we doing?
Well, firstly, I do my stretching, and then I do my mobility drills.
Okay, mobility drills and stretching.
Yeah.
Ethan, are you aware of these? Do you know these?
I am aware, I just don't like doing it.
Why do I feel like you and me both? So, Logan, if you can guide us through a couple of things, where do we even begin?
So firstly, you're going to sit down on the mat.
We sit down on the mat. All right.
Yeah, like Ethan, and then you'll lean forward and touch your toes for like,
Yeah,
well,
this is
everything
what
you
I
do,
don't
you're
like,
just going to count to 10. You're just going to count to 10, and then we'll do the next one.
All right. 2, 3, 4, 9,
Must be
10.
10.
So now you're going to relax.
Surely it's 10.
So now you're going to relax, and then you'll do it one more, then.
One more? All right, Ethan, let's do this. 1, 2, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8, 9, 10, surely.
We made it.
Yeah, so you're going to stay in that position and just bring this leg back up like this.
This way?
Yeah.
Okay. Back and then
you-
stretch.
Yeah, stretch.
Forward. Okay. Ooh, do you feel that? I
Yeah.
felt that at the same time. And how long are we doing this for, Logan?
10 seconds,
10
everything's 10 seconds.
seconds. Everything 10 seconds. 5, 4,
This isn't as bad as
3,
the 2
2,
legs, though.
1. Well, you can touch your toes, so that's a good thing. All right, other
Just
leg?
rotate other leg, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, amazing. Thank you, Coach Logan. This is great. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So
Great.
now you will be bringing in your legs like into like a,
This way?
yeah.
Yeah. And then leaning forward a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I feel that stretch for sure.
Yeah.
2. So do you do this before every race?
Before every race.
Yeah, just to get your body a bit warmed up or your joints moving. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cool.
Now you will be going on one knee,
One
one
knee,
knee, and then like leaning forward.
one knee leaning forward.
Yeah.
Like that?
Stretching, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can feel it pull up your quads there.
Sames. What he said. No, I do feel it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, next leg, I assume.
Next leg, yeah.
Awesome, Logan. How are we doing? Are we doing pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, feel good, fam. I hope that you're doing these stretches along with us. Some Monday motivation, some Monday fitness for you. Okay, that's nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So,
All right, Logan, give us one to just finish off.
okay, so we're going straight to the mobility drill. So
Okay,
what? I've got a lot, but I'll just give you guys the one last
just the
one.
one is
So
fine.
whatever you can do, you're going to do high knees.
High knees.
High knees,
Okay.
oh my word.
Well, we're going to do this as a finisher, so we got this. Let's get into this, Ethan. All right, Logan, as we get into the high knees, tell us, where can people follow your journey and how can they support you?
Well, Instagram, Logan_Linnen, and my dad's Mr. Hens, Mr_Hens.
Okay. And then we can just make sure that you come back again and again once you win every single trophy there is for sprinting. And good luck with the rest of your journey. Ethan, how about you? How can people get connected?
Outcast Fitness _CPT on Instagram. And yeah, just pop me a DM there.
Oh, there you go. Pop him a DM. Make sure that you follow Logan's journey. High knees are done. I know that we did just a small fraction of what you usually get into before any of your races, but there you have it. This is where heroes are made and how they are created. So thank you so much for repping a beautiful generation and the future of what Mzansi really looks like. Ethan, well done. We did that.
We did that.
We killed it. We nailed it. And you did too. Well done, Feel Good fam. We'll see you just after this. Okay, one more. 3, 2, 1.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. We're going to have a little bit of fun now. We're going to delve into culture on a completely different level right now. The Hasten Roar, I'm sorry, that's just the way I speak, okay? It's an a cappella, it's a dynamic ensemble from Hastenbosch and Aurora. The two come together at Stellenbosch University. Now you understand what I'm talking about if you know this kind of energy. They've got a beautiful tradition, as rich as student living itself. Stellenbosch's a cappella scene, it is cooking. It beats in the rhythms of academics, of community, a little bit of romance, or maybe a lot of romance, and sheer performance fire. This is where careers begin, and I know this from our algorithm on the show. And joining us to tell us more are Alwyn Mabuza, the a cappella coach, Annabelle Van Zyl, who is the a cappella leader. They have leaders, and Anita Chen, who is the a cappella manager. Let's give them an extra feel-good welcome, because you guys are agents of feel good. You go and spread love and wonder and the joy of music in the most powerful way. And anyone who's experienced top draw a cappella like you guys, it is amazing to see the instrument that is the voice. I don't understand. Hasten Roar, what is it? How does it work? No, talk to me about the culture that forms this beautiful little community.
Well, so Hasten Rora is a combination of two student communities. So the one is Hastenbosch, where these lovely ladies are from, and the other one is Aurora, a commuter student community. So every year we have a massive a cappella competition at Stellenbosch University, and these two groups come together to form a mixed ensemble.
It's difficult to know who I should direct these questions to, but maybe the leader of a cappella. I like it. She's got a blazer.
Yeah.
Okay, so she must be. Were you head girl at your school?
I was not. I always wanted to be, but I was not.
Man, well, you're the leader now.
Yes,
Okay, now you're the
definitely
boss.
something,
yeah.
It's one of the big four pillars. It is that
Yes.
important to the culture at Stellenbosch University.
Yeah.
That really is one of those core structures. What informs that? Because you're pushing, well,
Yes.
just student mentality, rugby
Yeah.
in that part of the world, or sport in
Yes.
general. There are a lot of other pillars that form, but
Yeah.
this certainly holds its place.
Well, I think with a cappella specifically, to perform well and to make the sound good, you have to have a connection between the people singing. You have to trust the people in your group and be able to rely on them, knowing that the voices is going to mesh together in a good way. And just performing, you create such a connection with the audience. You find someone in the audience, like Alvin always says, lock eyes with them and really make them feel something.
100%.
Yes.
And that's where the romance comes.
Well, hopefully, buddy. Hopefully. Okay, let's not create too much expectation. There's pressure already. Okay, but when we talk about kind of owning your space, mixed category winners, best soloist, best costumes, best campus favorite, to reinforce the culture. Clearly, the management is doing something right here. When you've got to marshal something that it's still very technical, this leans into a very technical side of the art, but it's based on an emotional connection. How do you manage these crazies and keep them all in one space? What does it take to get a team cooking like they're cooking at the moment?
I just plan the sessions and help set up to be able to give them the opportunity to lead the a cappella lessons and everything.
You
So,
see.
Yes.
What are they like? Are they crazy? Are they easy? Because there must be some crazy creatives in the space.
definitely, yeah.
So Anita keeps us in check. She's our a cappella manager. So we have a group of 23 singers and different personalities, different backgrounds, and she keeps us in line.
And I would imagine there's pressure points, professional, and then there's pressure points, personal, like someone who gets hangry, who needs to be handed. How challenging is it when you've got such a big group? Everyone's looking to make their mark, but you make your mark in unison, and that's a very different mindset from a performance. What do you think when you see them work together? What makes them so good? Why are you achieving what you're achieving?
I think because everyone loves music so much and we've got such a good connection like in the group, it just makes things so much easier for me to just sit back and just watch.
You have an even better job than I do, because you can actually appreciate good music and you get to sit and watch it. We can see you guys working there. It's a brand. It's not just a performance and working on your instruments. You're winning best costumes out there. Why put so much effort into the whole picture, not just the singing?
Yeah, I think the beautiful thing about that is how everyone comes together to contribute to the costumes. To
save money is what you're saying?
Yeah, to save money, yes. But also to unleash the creativity amongst the different singers. And I think the reason everyone puts in so much effort is because they care so much about the singing, about making sure they represent their community on stage.
Well, and maybe you don't fully understand, but what it represents is your strategic network that you're going to embrace your career with. And that's how it works. It's a small ecosystem, and once you've made those connections. So what is the goal? Based on what you've achieved and experienced on these platforms, what do you want to achieve with your instrument, with this voice?
Me personally? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I really would go, obviously, as anyone with the talent of singing or just a talent for music would love to just have it as a job maybe one day.
Manifest it. I'm going to give you a lesson here in the white couch that looks like a giant hand. And it's a giant hand to hold you in its lovely embrace because it's the manifestation station. And 99.9% of the artists who come on here and speak it into existence. So speak it into existence. What do you want for your musical career?
Well, I have honestly big dreams. I would love to be a performer one day, internationally maybe even. It would be such a dream come true if it would come. come to reality.
She's even doing visual arts as well.
You see, what I love
Blending
about
all
this
that
little
together.
scenario is here is all of about 15 meters away is a stage where some of the biggest artists in the world have performed when they come to South Africa. They manifest it, and you're going to be performing there in just a few months. So, no, we love the fact that you guys are at such a critical gateway, but you seem to be kind of very much about yourselves and about looking after each other, which is amazing.
Yes.
Keep doing what you're doing. Manager, it's all on you. Absolutely love this. Just very quickly, what's the next big thing? How can people connect with you guys?
Yes. So our next big performance is our rector's inauguration at Stellenbosch. That's on the 1st of October. So it's a high honor and privilege for us to perform there. So we are on social media. I'm sure you will share our social media on Hasten Boss Residence on Instagram. And that's where people can reach us.
Go and find love. Go and find love with the best soundtrack possible. Now, I say go and find your tribe. If you love music, if you want to train yourself and you want to put yourself on stages that matter, this is a massive, massive shortcut. Thank you so much for the effort that you put in. Leader, you got this, girl. And I will. Now we've made a thing. I'm going to interview her as a superstar, famous performer in just a few years. I guarantee you.
I can't wait.
So sweet, man. We can't wait for that part 2 of that conversation in the future. But now, though, let's get into the present because we have to get into some breakfast. It's about that time. Whether you serve them on toast with pap, even some vet cook or alongside some rice, this dish delivers on both taste and definitely comfort. It's ready in under 30 minutes, so that already has my hand up. It is peri peri chicken livers and so perfect for those nights when you want something fast and filling, but definitely full on flavor. And I know exactly who's full on flavor. His name is Bass. Welcome back, Bass. Thank you so much for being here.
When last did we cook in the kitchen together?
The last time you proposed to me.
And then you went and married someone else.
And then I went and married somebody else. So apologies publicly.
Wow.
This is my...
Wow. So that's why I'm going to put you on that side of the kitchen. Thank you so much.
I will do it. I will do it.
So peri peri chicken livers, a fan, yes, no?
I love them. Only of recent years. So growing up, I would always eat liver. It would be chicken liver. There's another liver that we eat. Is it ox liver? No. There's another animal's liver that we also ate growing up.
I'm a chicken liver kind of guy.
Chicken liver.
Chicken liver kind of guy.
And then when I realized what I was eating, I was like, no, Mom, never again. But in my adult years, I literally crave it at least twice a month.
So, like also in recent years, when I was younger, I wouldn't eat anything like any offal or anything like that because I was just like,
why?
Why am I eating the chicken's liver?
You know?
But now, give it to me all the time, breakfast, lunch,
dinner,
supper.
snack, we're there.
For it. So we're going to make ours today. So in our pan, we've got some onions that I've sauteed with some olive oil. And then to that, I've added some tomato paste.
Delicious.
While I'm doing that...
Wow, you're going to put me on garlic duty?
It's the punishment for just like ghosting.
For
so nice to ghost people, Carissa.
You'll end up with garlic fingers.
Yeah. But you could also grate the garlic. You know, we are a fan of doing that in the kitchen.
That's true. Well. What do you prefer? Do you like seeing like bits of garlic in your meal?
I am going to say this. I say this all the time. I say it every time.
Yeah.
I'm the laziest chef you're going to find. So I'm going to buy the one that's already chopped.
That's sitting in your fridge.
Of course, who's got time? Who's got time? To our pan, we're going to add some chili. And then when you're ready with the garlic over there, you can just add it in.
Almost ready.
Oh, sorry. We've got some smoked paprika that we're adding in there as well.
Delicious.
All of it in there. And then what you want to do is you just want this to cook off a little bit. You want your tomato paste, you want your spices, you want everything to become fragrant, let that natural oils come out of there. And then we need to speak about our livers.
Yes.
Now, it's very important. These ones have already been cleaned by Tiffany and everybody because, again...
Lazy cook, we hear you. We love you.
So basically, there's like sinew and like the things that are on there, those like white pieces.
Okay.
You want to get that off.
Can I put this in while you're talking?
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Your big garlic pieces.
Oh, sorry. Was this
supposed to be chopped? But it's fine.
You weren't specific.
It's okay. So,
I asked if you like a chunk to, you said, I'm a lazy cook.
Do what you got to do.
Do what you got to do.
So then that's cooked off now. So you want, like I was saying, you want to get those white pieces off there because if you leave it, you're going to get that like iron taste.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
also,
you want it to have more of like a milder, more subtle flavor, right?
And also, I'm just going to let this brown. Also, the other thing is what my mom and them used to do is they used to like put it in some flour. So it will get a little bit of like a crisp on there. But again, ain't nobody got time for that.
That's lovely. Do you ever put it in milk?
Some people do that as well too because they believe that it tenderizes it as well, yeah. So you can do that.
But liver to me cooks quite quickly.
Very quickly, like 5 minutes, you should be done. The other day, actually, I also had gizzards, which are the stomachs.
Yes.
Which is a little bit more chewy. So picture like the, you know, the end of a drumstick.
Yes.
The little like, yeah?
Yes.
So it's like that kind of, but it was also still very delicious.
Yeah, nice. So you have it like a peri-peri version as well?
Same vibes, like a curried.
Beautiful.
A curried gizzard.
I think that's the best way to eat chicken liver as well, when it has some really punchy flavor along with it.
You need to add flavor. You definitely need to add flavor. But I think this is also where I stop with the offal. Like,
Okay, you don't go any further than that?
We don't go further. We don't
All
go
right.
further than
You
that.
don't eat tripe and trotters?
Unfortunately not.
Pensin poikies?
Again, my parents, shout out to them. They love it. They'll have it every day of the week.
Yes. That's where you draw
Miss
the
me.
line. I
Miss
hear
me with
you.
that one.
But at least you're here. And also liver is so incredibly good for you as well.
100%, yeah. So we've browned it off nicely. We're going to add our peri-peri sauce into that. So you can add your favorite one, whichever one you... There's so many on the market.
They
you get ones with garlic in, you get ones with...
And they come bottled, so it's super convenient for you as well. And listen, Feel Good Fam, on your screen right now, you'll see there's a QR code. You already know the deal. Head over to your phone, open the camera, scan it over your screen, and then you can cook along with Bass and I.
This is smelling so
Yum.
lekker. So we're going to cook that through just a little bit, heat it through. And then to that, we're going to add
some
cream.
Oh, some cream.
Yeah.
See, I'd add coconut cream as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm very sensitive to dairy, but you can add salt and pepper too.
You can, but we'll just let it go, and then I like to add it just in the end.
Just in the end part of it. Okay, I love that. And then
this
quick
cooks
question,
like-
do you have this with fat cook? Do you have it with papa rice, a Portuguese roll?
Do you know how I would have it? Like a nice piece of sourdough. Ooh. And then livers and an egg on top of it. That would be
You
the
are
perfect
speaking my
breakfast,
language.
don't you think?
Yes, Beth.
Do you have eggs?
I'm going to let you continue this. We're going to organize 2 eggs for us as well. I absolutely love it. Listen, we're going to let this cook away slowly and beautifully as we add some seasoning as well. And we're going to head into a short break. In that break, maybe grab yourself some chicken livers out the freezer, let it defrost so that this can also be a meal coming your way very soon. We'll see you now. Can I also stir? I want to feel like I did something.
Channel a louder, brighter morning packed with even more energy on Tuesday, the 23rd of September.
Expresso and Radio 2000's Big Breakfast Show are joining forces for a one-of-a-kind simulcast where the rhythm of radio meets the heartbeat of morning TV.
Expect music, stories, and a celebration of South African spirit as we gear up for Heritage Day. It's double the fun, double the flavor, and double the celebration.
Tuesday, 23 September, 6 to 9 a.m. on Radio 2000 and S3.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Well, it's just gone 7 o'clock on the dot. Let's start up the second hour of the show with your national news headlines. Where Mpumalanga's MEC for Community Safety, Jackie Macy, says authorities are determined to expose all drug manufacturing plants after a major bust at a Volksrust farm where 5 suspects were arrested. Now, police seized chemicals, equipment and TIC valued at around 350 million rand. 4 suspects are Mexican nationals and the 5th is a South African caretaker, while 2 fled on foot. Now, the case has been handed to the Hawks and suspects are likely to appear in court today. Macy has vowed not to allow foreign-run drug operations to target South Africa's youth. In other national news, Police Works and Infrastructure Minister Dean McPherson has welcomed the Construction Industry Development Board's blacklisting of 40 contractors from June 2024, a sharp turnaround after 2 decades of minimal action. Now, the move prevents the companies from bidding for tenders or receiving work, sending a strong message against non-performance and corruption. Now, McPherson says this aligns with his vision of a professional department delivering quality infrastructure to grow the economy, as well as create jobs, restoring accountability, protecting public funds, and ensuring communities benefit from government projects. Now, let's take a look further afield at your international news-making headlines, where the British Ministry of Defence confirmed that UK fighter jets flew a NATO air defence mission over Poland, and that's in response to Russian drone and aircraft incursions. Now, 2 jets launched from RAF Coningsby to Friday night, as well as returned Saturday morning to strengthen Eastern European air defences. Now, Russian drones and jets have violated NATO's airspace multiple times in recent weeks, including a 12-minute incursion over Estonia. Now, they ignored signals from Italian jets on NATO's Baltic Air Police mission, testing the alliance's readiness and response to airborne threats. Meanwhile, Malawi's former president, 85-year-old Peter Mutharika, has taken an early lead over incumbent Lazarus Chakwera, 70 years old, in the September 16th election. Now, he has secured about 51% of the vote from 9 of the 36 councils counted, compared with Chakwera's 39%. Now, both major parties have claimed victory, but the Malawi Electoral Commission has urged patience, with full provincial results expected on Wednesday. The vote took place against a backdrop of high inflation, fuel shortages, and growing frustration after years of economic hardship. Now, let's close up with this story, bringing it back home to South Africa, who's raising a glass to water heritage as the 134-year-old Douglas Weir in the Northern Cape has been crowned with the prestigious World Heritage Irrigation Structure Award. As the oldest irrigation structure in the world still operating, it's now a global treasure and a local source of pride. At the handover, Minister Phemi Motshedina and Premier Zamani Sol also unveiled a freshly refurbished Douglas Water Treatment Works, doubling capacity and bringing cleaner water to over 22,000 residents. Now, this recognition promises fresh opportunities for innovation, dignified sanitation, and brighter futures in Douglas. Nice feel-good way to end off your 7 o'clock news. Let's get into the sports with Graham.
Thank you so much, my friend. Let's see if I can follow suit with some national pride. And Tasman Brits was on fire, giving us exactly that, smashing a career best, in fact, 171 not out in a record 260-run stand with captain Laura Volfart. She weighed in with 100 there as well, as our South African women beat Pakistan by 26 runs in Lahore yesterday to clinch their ODI series 2-0. And, of course, great warm-up for the World Cup, so, despite Sidra Amin's 122 and then Natalia Parvais's 73. Nadine de Klerk's 3 for 45 destroyer in chief, with Marizan Cup weighing in for 2 for 37, sealing that very memorable win, and perfect timing again ahead of the World Cup. Now let's get into some local rugby, and what a finale to a brilliant Currie Cup season. Suzuki Griquas pulled off a famous upset, edging out the Lions 27-25 in a pulsating Currie Cup final at Ellis Park. So the Lions, in front of their home crowd, seemed to have it clinched with Lubabalo Dobela's 77th minute penalty and then an 80th minute turnover, but a TMO intervention handed Griquas one last chance, and they took it. George Whitehead calmly slotting home that decisive penalty to seal what must be, and still, a very historic victory. Now we get into athletics. Mixed feelings about this one as Botswana stunned the world to claim the men's 4x400 meter relay gold in Tokyo over the weekend, becoming the first African nation to win the event. Colin Kebaratshipi, who's been brilliant throughout the tournament, anchored them home in 2 minutes, 57.76 seconds, edging out the USA and South Africa, sadly, who claimed a bronze medal in that final in a very dramatic finish. Then on the women's side, the US heading back with Sydney McLaughlin-Lebron guiding them to gold there as well. So back on form. Now, finally, we get into some footy news, and Liverpool stretched their perfect start with a 2-1 derby win over Everton in the Merseyside action over the weekend, opening up now a 6-point lead at the top of the table. Man United had a brief turnaround in form. They beat Chelsea 2-1 at Old Trafford. That was with a Casemiro red card as well. While Arsenal, they salvaged a 1-1 draw with Man City, thanks to Gabriel Martinelli's stoppage time equaliser. That was after Erling Haaland's early strike. I have a feeling all sport is testing our nerves at the moment, and we love it. Just an incredible weekend of sport. So well done once again to the Proteas ladies. Right now, let's get you prepped for the morning traffic. Hopefully not too much to report on.
Thank you so much, Gray. Let's see what's happening in your roads out in Gauteng and Tshwane, where heavy congestion is currently underway on the N1 southbound, and that's between Brakfontein Road and Olifantsfontein Road. Now, while all lanes remain open, traffic is extremely slow moving through that area. So if you are headed out that way, please be advised to allow some extra travel time and, of course, plan your route accordingly. Well, let's head over to Cape Town and Blackheath, where a stationary vehicle has been reported on the R300 North at Stellenbosch Arterial Road. Now, the left lane is currently closed, with minor delays being experienced at this time. So do exercise some caution if you are using the affected route, and remember to buckle up so that you arrive alive. That is where we leave your roads for now. Let's check in with your weather. Well, in your weather news, the South African Weather Service has issued yellow level 2 warnings for today. Damaging coastal winds and waves are expected between Plettenberg Bay and Port St. John's, posing risks to small vessels and navigation. It's also damaging interior winds are forecast between Plettenberg Bay and Gqeberha, with possible damage to temporary structures, small harbours and traffic disruption. Now, in addition to all of that, extremely high fire danger conditions are also expected across the Highveld of Mpumalanga, eastern KwaZulu-Natal, southern Gauteng and Limpopo. Well, let's temper it all by getting into the sunrise view of this hour. Let's see what St. Francis Bay is looking like on this Monday morning. Well, Anthea got in touch with this absolutely gorgeous morning view. My goodness, we are setting the bar so high for the rest of the week today. Looking so great. Thank you so much, Anthea, for reminding us that St. Francis Bay is definitely a place that we have to check out. And you can expect 20 degrees on your side of town. We'll delve into our temperatures in just a bit, but I have to remind you, Mzansi, if you too would like to represent the place that you're in, 063-036-9649 is exactly how you do that. For now, though, let's see what the rest of the country is looking like.
All right, so the weather is looking beautiful. Let's see if we can make your day, make your week, year,
forever.
Lifetime.
Eternity. You can listen to this. Daily Lotto is bringing you more wins and definitely more thrills because you got to listen up closely. For just R3, play Daily Lotto and add 150 or R1.50 rather, and then double your winning chances with Daily Lotto Plus. So you've got to play Daily Lotto for the guaranteed 450,000 Rand and then Daily Lotto Plus for the guaranteed 150,000 Rand this Monday.
Do them both. You got to.
All of the above.
For $1.50, you got to do both. And please don't get left behind. Jump on it. Get your tickets in store with a smile, as we always say. Go online right now. You can smile if you want to. Nationallottery.co.za is where you'll find them. You can use their mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking setup. Generally, there's a little drop down, or just pick your phone up and dial *120 *7529#. Boom.
I like the way you sing-song that, because that's how you got to do it.
The USSD
comes your way, and so will the money, hopefully. We'll see how that works. All these details are in our Expresso social media pages. Panda Push Up Play and then play Daily Lotto for the guaranteed 450,000 Rand jackpot and Daily Lotto Plus for the guaranteed 150,000 Rand jackpot, because every day could be double payday. Double the money.
R4.50, all of that could be yours. Now, all the best of luck. Please, we want to see signs. And now, if you need to kind of shift your energy for the week, get into a different mindset. A cappella just brings that for me.
I love it.
There is something raw and beautiful and emotional, I'm now understanding, underpinning this kind of performance. But it's also where we get to track some of the best voices in the land before they announce themselves to the world. So we'll get into that. Then we've got some great advice from the moms when it comes to allergies. And then I'm constantly making those connections between literacy and leadership. Critical thinking, you'll find it on the pages of a book. We'll get into that conversation in a moment.
Oh, I look forward to it.
We see the person behind the banking profile. We see your story. Expresso was proudly brought to you by ABSA. Your story matters.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
From lunchboxes to school bags, allergy moms must literally think of everything. And today, we're joined by two beautiful powerhouse moms, Danielle Steenvaart as well as Lesego Koza, who are raising allergy-aware kids while juggling their very busy lives. Now, they're here to share their real experiences and also practical solutions to help other parents do the same. Welcome, ladies, and thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. I love it, girls. Okay, but when it comes to early signs of allergies, I mean, many people might say, oh, that could be a cold. Oh, it's just the sniffles. But what were some of those first things that you picked up in order to get to the point that you are today?
It took me about a year to figure out exactly what was going on.
Sure.
Zinzi's adopted to those that don't know, and so I don't know her biological mom and dad, and I didn't know that if your parents have allergies, there's a high chance that you will have because it's actually generational. So I didn't think it was allergies. Also, I didn't understand allergies. My husband did, but I mean, come on, guys, I'm the mom. You know, you kind of come up with the answers.
Yes.
And so it took me so long to figure out that this was allergies, and I kind of want to tell the moms out there, even the smallest little thing, go to your pharmacist, tell them what your child or yourself is, what are you struggling with? Because there's treatments, and you don't actually have to suffer. So my poor child was suffering for so long because I was uneducated.
Yeah, I think also because allergies don't always show up the way you expect them to. I think also as a non-sufferer, you just think like it's just, you know, like, and when I took her to the doctor, she was going to get her immunization, and, you know, I was just like there. So I was just like, what is this? They said, no, she's having an allergic reaction. You can get Telfast at the pharmacy. Just go there. It's purple. She even had a picture of it. And I was just like, okay, great. I got it at the pharmacy, gave it to her. And the drive home is like 30 minutes. It was already coming down. And I was just like so thankful because like you don't look at things like pollen, dust, and even like perfume could get her to react. So when you like always look for the symptoms and you manage them, it just helps.
But let's say also, people think it's just a runny nose. It's not always just a runny nose. Like with Zinzi, her eyes, it looked like an eye infection. You know, so we would easily think, no, there's something wrong with your eyes.
Right.
But it was technically just a pollen allergic reaction, and yeah.
Okay, what is in your allergy bags? I know that school runs get really busy, and when the schedules kick in with the routines, a lot is happening. So where do we even begin?
Listen, in my home, the kit has got the 180 milligrams as well as the suspension form because I've got 2 sufferers at home, an adult and a baby girl. And we have a kit ready for holidays. It's always packed. And we have a kit, a Telfast at Gogo's because, you know, her second home is at Gogo's.
That's so true. We also definitely have one at Oma. But to me, I think it's also important to understand because everybody's allergy kit will look different.
That's right.
And that's where Telfast really, it just shines through because yes, you've got the suspension for your younger ones. Then you've got your 120, which is like for 12-year-olds and older. So adults as well, like hay fever, that would be perfect for that. And then you get your 180, which is obviously for severe hay fever, maybe like skin allergies, those kind of things. So every kit will look different, but it's important to understand there is treatment. Like reach out to your pharmacist, figure out what your kit needs to look like.
Okay, well, on that note, Danielle, how do you prepare your family for holidays? We all deserve a bit of a vacation every now and then, and I'm hoping that, you know, having allergies doesn't stop the fun either.
It's hard, I'm not gonna lie, because obviously, I mean, I've never suffered from allergies personally until lately, so I never really understood how hectic it was. You know, like, we love traveling abroad, so it's definitely you take your kit with, you know, but also routine. The same routine that you have at home, you should have that same routine when you are anywhere else, you know. So to us, same as I say, morning, take your Telfast. At night, you take your Telfast. And it's so important because it sustains you throughout the day, throughout the night. And what I've also noticed is when Zinzi doesn't take it at night, it's not that she keeps me awake, it's just that she doesn't have a good night's rest. So the next day when she gets to school, she can't actually take in all of the information, you know, or when we are on holiday, we can't enjoy the day because, guys, a toddler that's tired. I say no more.
No, not at all.
You're nodding, saying,
no,
you
of
completely
course.
understand.
Yes, and especially when you have 2 sufferers at home, you really just want to be prepared going on holidays. Holidays are fun, and you expect everyone to have fun, whether in whatever environment. And we love Mpumalanga. We like nature people, so we always need to have the kit in our bags. So yeah, that's us on holiday with our Telfast.
Oh, mamas, you're doing so well. Doesn't matter how long it took you here now, and that's the point. I love that you ladies are singing the praises of Telfast, also coming to match the part, and I am too. We love to see it, and well done on just being the best mamas, okay? You're doing a great job. Now, when it comes to allergy relief, finding a solution you can trust, like Telfast, of course, makes all the difference. And if your child is struggling with allergy symptoms, speak to your pharmacist or visit the website with Telfast to learn more. Now, with fast and non-drowsy relief that lasts all day, Telfast really is a no-brainer.
Recognize the signs and symptoms of allergies so that you can live your greatness every day. Nothing beats Telfast, the fast, non-drowsy 24-hour allergy relief.
Thank you so much, ladies. I got it from my mama. And while we get a lot of unbelievable, I think, great medical advice from our mamas and the generations that come, the greatest gift that I've been given from my mother, literacy, a love of reading, something that I get to pass on to my child, and I can see the difference it's making in both of my kids' lives. September is our time. It's Literacy Month in South Africa, a chance to go beyond just reading and ask what it truly means to be literate in our country today. What does that mean for leadership, for critical thinking? Literacy isn't just a school issue. It does shape leadership. It creates opportunities. It dictates how we engage with society after school, and many schools are facing enormous challenges, but behind the scenes, some very passionate South Africans are quietly building bridges between teachers, parents, and community leaders, and the students themselves. So what's working, and how can we support it better? Most important question of the day. And joining us, our educator and school leadership coach, I'm underselling him here, Ridwan Samodin, and strategic communicator and education advocate, making her debut in TV land, Dorcas Dube, to share some insights on literacy as a tool for long-term social change. Have we not just saved the world? Pick up a book and we'll be okay. I love you because you're nodding your head to everything I say this morning. And I think that we need that kind of shared energy and focus. But Dorcas, I'm going to start with you because you are terrified to be on TV. You look amazing.
Really? Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure because we understand the purpose behind what you are doing here. Is it as simple as saying, we need to change this? What do we need to change? Let's just work on that. Or does it lie deeper? When you approach an opportunity like Literacy Month and get your spotlight, what's ringing in your ears?
Sure, thank you. Thank you for that question. It's very interesting. So when we think about literacy, we always think about reading and writing, but there is more to literacy. Really, literacy can change lives. And the drivers that we can think of is just not only our educational changes. Of course, 82% of our grade 4s can't read for learning. They can't even read for comprehension. But there are other changes and drivers that come into play. You know, what comes to mind is your economic changes. When you're literate, you are employable. You can be an entrepreneur, and you can add to the, to the economy of the country. There's also your political changes. And if you're literate, what happens? You can hold your leaders accountable. And you can read the policies and question what is in those policies. However, what we don't realize is that the other fundamental change that people don't think about is really your generational changes. So when your parents are literate, the chances that you will also be literate are super high. My parents were educated, hence I'm in this room today.
It's incumbent on you, yeah.
Right? And speaking about literacy. So literacy is not only about reading and writing, but it's also about changing lives. And really, at the epicenter of literacy, I must say that it is dignity, it is equity, and it is also driving towards sustainable progress.
Can we have a microphone to drop here, please? Can you just hand this incredible human being a microphone? Now, everything that you are saying there speaks to active citizenship. Sure. Contributing within your community on a whole different level, but it's also a level up. It's a gateway. If you can put it in a child's path, once they've gone through it, they are never the same. How do you keep going, set against the ecosystem that you've had to ply your trade in? Very frustrating when you see the numbers so low, the reading for meaning so low, when that has to be kind of encountered from an educator's perspective. How frustrating is it to try to teach a child who can't read with meaning?
Let me first of all start by saying good morning, everybody. My name is Ridwan, and I read one book at a time.
I love him, man. I love you for saying that. He's been waiting all week to say that.
That's the thing that's been keeping me going over 2 decades of being in the system, 4 decades actually. But having said that, your future depends on your ability to read for meaning.
Simple as that.
As simple as that. You know, when we look overseas, we say we are reading our degrees. In South Africa, we study. And there's a big difference between reading and studying. Reading makes one complete. And so if we can give the child the love for reading, we're setting him or her up for life.
Completely, and it's where, for instance, I would inject emotion when reading with my son, and for him, he can feel the difference when he can read with meaning in terms of performing that. I get that completely. How do we fight this? We love to hide behind red tape. We love to hide behind challenges because there are so many, and it's easy to take a step back to say it's impossible to get this right. How do we shift this system? How do we start bringing about a proactive approach in the space before pointing fingers and blaming? We get it. We understand the frailties. How do we move forward?
Yeah. So blaming and pointing fingers, it's very easy, right?
Yes.
It's very, very easy, and we need to move from that. And moving from that, really, I love saying there's a quote that says, he or she holds the problem, also holds the solution. So we've got a problem here. It's our responsibility, a collective responsibility, to come up with a solution. And what we've realized with our program known as Leaders for Education is that when you equip your school principal, the school dynamic changes totally. Your SMT is energized, your teachers are ready to lead, your pupils become part of the school, and what's very interesting is that the community also gets involved. And what happens is that the school becomes the center of community. So basically, what I would encourage society to do is to concentrate on school leadership, because the fish rots from its head. Once we get the school principal in check, everything falls in place.
Yeah, we're going to ask our principals how many books they are reading. Just one a day is enough. Read one. It is just enough. Now, I'm going to get into the conversation in terms of how do we prepare leadership within schools, those class leaders, even the students themselves, to lead with their own enthusiasm. It's Literacy Month. Everybody needs to pick up a book. Now, we're starting to understand the relevance of reading with meaning now extends far beyond just success at school. It's life. And we'll continue this discussion in just a moment.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to maybe the most important conversation I've ever had on the show, and I absolutely mean that. In part 2 of our conversation for Literacy Month, we're going to look at practical, everyday ways, accessible ways to support literacy at home, at work, and across sectors within leadership spaces within school. It isn't just a school issue, it is a national investment into our future. Simple as that. And when children read, they imagine. When leaders read, they listen. Our guests are going to reinforce that, and they are here to explore what we can do within our own spaces to strengthen this literacy chain across generations, because it is a generational gateway, as has been pointed out by Dorcas, who's been amazing in her television debut. Read one book a day is all you need. Is that it? Is that what our literacy leadership looks like? No, I know we can make it quite practical, because the joy is all you do need is a book. But what should literacy leadership look like in school and outside of it?
You need to model the reading. As a principal, you need to tell your staff that what happens within those 4 walls is the moment of truth. And the place and wall charts and resources tells the child that he is important. And so what I did was, apart from the teachers making the classrooms literate, I made the entire school literate by naming the corridors, putting billboards of teachers outside the classroom to enhance and to amplify the message that reading is important.
How does a school respond when you offer them that opportunity?
Well, I've seen, we're doing that in our schools, trying to encourage the leaders, that we firmly say that a leader breeds a reader.
Completely.
And a reader breeds leaders. And so with that in mind, like I said earlier, your future depends on your ability to read for meaning. And so we need to get that right. We need to instill the love for reading at an early age, and with that, critical thinking.
Completely, and I can joke about what social media, at the moment, the current algorithms are set up against our children, unfortunately. They're to weather away, to break down. Unfortunately, the intellectual baseline is falling because dopamine is climbing, and we have to take this on board. If we don't create a love of these other activities, we're not going to be able to compete with the dopamine release that comes from these quick little injections. But when you discover a good book, when you discover what you can do with the tools, these soft skills that come with that reading for meaning, that's when the magic happens. How do we do that in a practical sense, though? How do we inject this love of reading through the NGOs, through those amazing trust-based organizations that already have the community? How do we help them?
Thanks. So 5 months ago, we set as a team, we're like, how can we create a culture of reading in our schools? Because fundamentally, that's what we want to do.
It's culture, it's lived, yeah.
So we came up with an educational program known as Leaders for Literacy, LFL in short. And we then partnered with different organizations in the literacy space. So we work with Kanyisa Inanda Community Project in Durban, in KwaMashu. And we also partnered with FEM, Education Foundation. So from this is different players, but all towards the vision of increasing literacy in the country. So we said we all bring our expertise into this one big pot because the vision is clear. We want to increase literacy in our schools. And what we've realized is that one of our schools actually on the Leaders for Literacy program in KwaMashu, one of the school principals was like, when I walk down the corridor of the grade 3 learners, it's utter silent. All I hear is the school teacher encouraging people to read, but I never hear these learners reading. But now, after the program, all she hears is the little kids trying to read, practicing their syllables. It's just so encouraging. It's so encouraging. So it's testimonials like that that keeps us going.
And that opens up the imagination.
Right.
And that's where the magic of creativity happens. There is obviously going to be a mark made on the learners, but with the educators that you've worked with, when they start unlocking this magic of representing the culture of reading and literacy, how much of a change have you seen in the educators that you've helped? Because I know you've helped many schools and educators. I know it unlocks the magic for the students, but for the educators, what does this mean?
You know, there's a spark that lights up your eyes when you're an educator, when you see that learner being able to read or identify a syllable for the first time. So it's that kind of magic that you see and that you have to live yourself. There has to be a lived experience. When you see that child starting, I mean, a learner enters the school without an ability to read, The aim is by 6 months in grade 1, you should be able to read.
Yeah.
I have the greatest respect for grade 1 teachers who's able to take a child from absolutely nothing
yeah.
be able to read.
Oh, I absolutely love this. Is there a challenge that you can put out there, seeing as you are so perfectly positioned to do this, Dorcas? What would you like to challenge our viewers to do this Literacy Month?
So this Literacy Month, what I'll challenge our viewers to do is that if you're a parent, take 10 minutes out of your busy schedule. We're all busy, right? And read to your child. And if you're a professional, volunteer at our public schools, go read aloud in our schools. And if you are in the community, why not open up book clubs and reading corners and ensure that we create a culture of reading? You know, we can't leave reading just to our educators to instill that in our students. But reading is a collective effort, and you must be the contribution that you want to see.
I love you, man. She smashed her television debut. Absolutely amazing. She was in very good hands, though. I think an ideal mentor to have in the space. I think we are blessed to have both of you working within the ecosystem. Thank you so, so much. We will keep all of the details that we can pertaining to everything that you're doing up on our social media pages. Don't be scared to collaborate. Don't think working with someone who is more advanced along their path is going to highlight your frailties. It doesn't work like this. We all rise together. But ultimately, it starts with us, me, myself, picking up a book, read one just a day, and you are on the right path. Pick up a book, start reading, let the imagination take flight. But don't do that right now. All I want you to do right now is look at your screen, because magic is about to happen.
And that's even selling it short. My goodness, you're not even prepared for what's to come your way right now, Expresso fam. Taking to the stage to perform a love medley by Benny King and Bruno Mars is the Hey Senora a cappella group. Please give them a round of applause.
Bum shiggy bum, ba ba bum shiggy bum, ba ba bum shiggy bum, ba bum shiggy bum, ba ba bum shiggy bum. Ba ba bum shiggy bum, ba ba bum shiggy bum, ba bum 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 shiggy bum.
Adventure awaits, and Cellini is ready to take you there. You stand the chance to win an incredible Cellini Monte Carlo luggage set for you and your partner in the color of your choice, valued at 20,000 Rand. To enter, follow @Cellini Luggage on Facebook and Instagram. Reply to the weekly competition post on Expresso socials and use the hashtag Cellini Luggage. Travel safe, travel elegant, travel smart, travel Cellini.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Thank you so much for choosing to start your week with us. Maybe this week holds the promise of some DIY, so we need someone in our corner. And we've got our Plascon handy heroes at hand, thankfully. We're going to step inside the newly transformed Mega Mica in Lenasia in Johannesburg. It is the ultimate destination for every DIY dream. Spanning over, get this, 1,400 square meters. It is a treasure trove of paint, of plumbing, of garden gear, pool care, power tools, yes, and building must-have. Some that you never knew even existed, all housed under one very impressive roof. Backed by more than 400 supplier partnerships as well, and proudly supported by Plascon. I think they know what's good for them. 17 years now they've been in their corner, so it's no surprise this hub has become a trusted favorite in their community, bar none. And we can find out why. Let's go behind those impressive doors.
In 2008, Lenasia Mega Mica was established, forming the 5th Mica store in their group, with the other 4 stores being in the East Rand, and a total of 40 years of experience in the hardware environment. Today, the newly revamped Lenasia Mega Mica offers over 1,400 square meters under one roof, filled with extensive ranges in paint, power tools, plumbing, electrical, building materials, garden and pool. It's the one-stop destination for quality hardware at comprehensive prices. Behind this success are partnerships with more than 400 national suppliers, ensuring that the consumers receive everyday quality products with true value for money. Among these, Plascon has been a cornerstone for the past 17 years, supporting the store's reputation for excellent service, wide ranges, and affordability. The paint department itself is staffed by 5 highly experienced specialists, ready to guide customers with expert application advice, color selection, and even eye-matching precision. As demand in the community grew, Mica Build Lenasia opened in 2017, focused on building materials. Then in 2022 came Lenasia On Tap Lifestyle, a state-of-the-art showroom showcasing bathrooms and kitchen finishes from leading global brands like Hansgrohe, Gerberit, Cobra, Duravit, and Frankie. By aligning these trusted names, the store guarantees high quality, innovative solutions, and it sets its sights on becoming a recognized leader in the plumbing and sanitary ware industry. In 2023, the expansion continued with Talisman Lenasia, a professional two-hire service located directly opposite Lenasia Mega Mica. Together, these 4 businesses create a seamless journey for customers, covering every stage of a project, from tools and building supplies to paint, plumbing, and finishing touches. Their reach extends from DIY enthusiasts to plumbers, electricians, and building contractors, making them a vital hub for the Lenasia community and beyond.
We're back in the kitchen making something delicious. You already know it's still Heritage Month. And here's another really easy dinner idea for you. It is a creamy baked samp and cheese. When you look at it, you think it's mac and cheese, but it's got a Mzansi twist to it. It is comforting, that is absolutely delicious, made with ready-to-eat samp and beans, crispy bacon, and sautéed leeks. It also has some mushrooms thrown in the mix with a bechamel sauce that Bass is going to lead the way in showing me how to do it. And then, of course, topped with some delicious cheese until golden brown. It is the perfect way to go. Now, Bass, this looks like a Sunday addition to what is going to be your 7 colors. And this is a brilliant way to get your samp and beans in.
100%. And it's giving like comfort food. It's giving that hug from the inside.
Really?
So I'm going to ask us to swap again.
We can
very
definitely
quickly.
do it.
I'm going to jump onto our bechamel sauce, our white sauce.
Please
so
do, because I keep messing this up, Bass.
Basically think mac and cheese,
Yes.
but samp and cheese. Okay, so you're going to get your heat on for me over there, please.
I'm going to do that, but I'm also going to watch what you're doing.
Because the last recipe you actually didn't do.
As per your guidance. I'm going to watch you, though, because I keep messing up my white sauce or my bechamel sauce. For some reason, it keeps separating. So I need to see exactly the steps that you're doing.
Okay, so we're going to go step by step, right? So what you're doing over there is you've got your bacon that's already been just cooked off a little bit.
Yeah.
So that you're going to add some leeks, mushrooms, and then some thyme. And then
some
I'm going to
thyme.
leave you there.
Got you.
So while you're doing that, what I've done in my pot over here, I've melted some butter. And then equal parts of butter to flour. And that's what's called a roux.
Okay.
So a roux is a start of a white sauce, bechamel sauce, whatever you want to call it. You'll mix that together until it just comes together, right? But this is the part where you want to focus because you don't want any lumps here. So you
and you would recommend a whisk as well?
100%.
Okay.
Okay, so you can see it's come together nicely.
Oh, that was quick, actually.
But now you want to cook it for just a little bit because you want to cook out the flour, right? And you want that butter to absorb into the starch.
Okay.
Okay? And then once that's done, you can season it. It's going very fast here. So
It is going really quickly.
And then you're going to slowly start adding your milk in. And I think this is where people get it wrong sometimes. Because they want to...
Oh, you're right, because I throw it all in.
I'm going to just take it off there because it's going quite fast. And then we're going to mix it together. And then you just slowly start adding your milk in. And that way you can control. So if there are a bit of lumps, just whisk it through.
Okay.
It's fine. We're not going to stress. We're having a good time. It's a
We
Sunday. We're in
are.
the kitchen.
And that's the thing. Cooking it shouldn't feel stressful.
100%.
And sometimes it really does.
I think people also put this pressure on themselves. They want to be perfect. I think they see people on TV, chefs on TV, or they see whatever, and they want to be that. You don't have to be that.
Yeah.
Be yourself. Do what you do. Cook what you love.
Maybe start with a sandwich. Bechamel sauce is like advanced levels.
It's really not. It's like when you're in consumer studies class in school, it's the first thing they teach you.
First of all, Beth, I never did consumer studies.
Well, here you are now,
Yeah,
Clarissa.
this is my consumer
Cooking for the nation. Okay, so I've got my white sauce going. I've added all my milk in. You can see nice and silky there. And then I'm going to just season that with some salt and pepper.
Now, do you ever add nutmeg to your bechamel?
You can. Traditionally, people do as well. And then you can also flavor it with anything. So you could have added some garlic in the beginning here. You can add a whole bunch of pepper in, turn it into a pepper sauce. You can then now start adding like some sauteed mushrooms and those things into here, make a
Like
mushroom sauce. So this is basically a base for so many things. We're doing a cheese one, so I'm going to add in some mozzarella cheese in there.
Nice. And would you recommend mozzarella, or does anything sort of work?
Whichever cheese you love.
Yeah.
Go with it.
Nice.
Okay, so are you doing there?
I am now putting some time on here, an extra 30 minutes. Get it? Do you get it? Because time.
It's not Friday yet for the flow jokes. We're not there yet. But I get you, I get you.
I'm adding some fresh thyme. Could you use powdered thyme if you need it?
Powdered? Dried. You mean dried? Yes, you could. Definitely you could. I'm going to put this off because it's getting very thick. Okay. You could definitely add some dried herbs.
Dried is what I was going for. How
Use
is
what
this
you
looking?
have. It's looking good. We do need it to go a little bit quicker, so I'm going to jump in here.
Let's go down the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's switch this one off.
So I'm going to help you out.
And
So
then
to
when
this-
does the Sam go in?
So we just want this to cook for a little bit, but obviously we don't got all the time in the world. So we need to just
Definitely
keep
not
it
powdered
moving.
thyme.
So you can add in the sampan beans, and we're using tinned sampan beans
Oh,
because
that's
again,
convenient.
who's got time?
Who's got
to sit and
time?
soak that soak the beans, all of that, and make sure that you drain it because you don't want like the liquid from this to go in this and be like a soggy, like a wet mixture.
I'm very curious about the texture of this. So it's just going to be
I think it's
creamy.
going to be so good. I think it's going to be like a, I feel like it's going to be like a chowder. Think like a chowder with like a,
I
so good.
get you.
Everybody, dibs.
Yes.
Dibs on
That's
this.
for me and Baz, actually.
Cool, so I'm going to give you that
I'll
back.
continue
And then I'm going
stirring
to add our
here.
cheese sauce into there.
Nice.
And
Ooh,
you're
look
gonna
at
mix
that.
it all together.
Well done, Baz. It's like you do this for a living or something.
Is it?
Wow, that looks amazing.
Then once that's all mixed together, obviously we would have loved to cook down that
Quite a
leeks
bit.
and the mushrooms and all of that and get it nice and brown and all of those things. And then we're going to pop it into that bowl that you've got prepared there.
Okay, I think this might be a little heavy. Use both hands.
Help you.
So we're just going to put it in
Yeah.
here.
And then just spread it out nicely.
All right, let's move that on over. This is like the perfect Heritage Day meal. You could also have it as a side
I was gonna
too,
a
right?
braai. I was gonna say even at a
Yes.
braai, having this as a side would be delicious.
Wow.
And then we're gonna top it off with some more cheese.
Some more cheese.
And then some extra thyme on top.
How many minutes this time?
And then I'm just gonna season a little bit more, just so you can also
Nice.
feel like I'm adding to the
did
process.
something.
Yeah. And then
Little
some
bit of
thyme on top. Pop that in an oven, and essentially what you just need to do is melt the cheese, brown it off a bit, and then
That's
there
it.
you've got it.
And really, like less than 20 minutes, this will be done for you.
And this can be prepped ahead of time. By the time your guests come, you just pop it in and.
Wow. So wait, how long does it go in the oven for? Not even that long?
I think like 15 to 20 should be fine.
Wow. Because
Yeah.
essentially it's cooked already.
cooked.
Yeah. You just
Everything's
want it to incorporate beautifully and be delicious. I look, you want to try it. Maybe we should just try the one that we made.
We can?
Yeah. And then let's see the flavors come together.
My trainer's watching.
Your trainer
No,
understands.
That one, Carissa. This one's not good enough.
I was just testing you.
I'll use this bowl at the cheese.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
I'm so rude. I didn't even let you go first.
It's okay.
Technically, I'm the guest in the kitchen.
You
is it not?
are. Okay, just a little bit. Cheers. I think I might just have cheese here. That's exactly what I thought it would be. Perfect.
So good.
Perfectly rich, perfectly good, perfectly creamy. Put together in just a couple of minutes. Please add this to your next braai or even dinner tonight. I'm sure you have a can of sampan beans somewhere around your house. The QR code will allow you to cook along with us as well. Bas, well done. Not just a pretty face. He's also got some time for us to make a delicious meal. I love this. Definitely adding it to my Heritage Day special. Well done, everybody.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
What's happening, you beauties? Welcome back. I demanded that Carissa stood beside me so that's what you are greeted by.
A little shoulder shimmy? Why not?
Because you need that. You need motivation on a Monday morning. No, we've come out of the gate strong. In fact, I can feel my energy level dropping just a little bit. So I need to rejuvenate, please.
Monday motivation, how about some of that?
Oh, I'm there for
Would
that.
you like it?
Please.
Well, we need to get into it because this time around we're talking about one of my favorite people ever.
really?
Her name is Mel Robbins and she is fantastic.
She cooks.
If you know anything about anything, 5 a.m. Club, Mel Robbins' 5-second rule, the let them theory, which is what we're touching base with today. Just have a listen, Gray. It's going to change your perspective on everything.
I'm ready for
Take it away, Mel Robbins.
Well, the number one cause of stress in everybody's life is other people.
There you go.
And here's the thing. We can't control other people, what they do, what they say, their opinions, their behavior, if they change, if they don't change. But you can control how much space they occupy in your mind and how much they stress you out. And when you start protecting your time and energy from everything out there, you recognize how much time and energy you now have. So you can focus on yourself. So one reason why is it works. It gets rid of the biggest form of stress that everybody has, protects you from other people's annoying behavior. Second reason, as you read it and you realize this is so simple, wow, this reminds me of Stoicism. This reminds me of the Serenity Prayer. This reminds me of things my grandmother used to tell me. And so you're being reminded of what you know to be true. Third reason, as you read it, you're like, oh my God, my mother needs this. Oh, my sister needs this.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, my
Oh,
wife needs
my
this.
friend needs
Yes,
this. Yeah.
and because you've been trying to change everybody else in your life, because let's face it, why do we have families? It teaches you how to love people you hate sometimes. Right? And so, you know, you're like, I've been trying to change you for years, and it's not working. It's just stressing me out. Now you're pissing me off. I'll tell you what, I'm going to turn you over to Mel Robbins. So
Yeah, let her take care of it.
Keeps giving.
It really
now,
is.
I'm loving you as you are. That's the hardest thing. Love isn't changing people. Love is learning how to see people as they are and as they're not. And the hardest thing for me to accept, I mean, I didn't figure this out till I was 54, is that other people are going to change when they feel like changing for themselves. They don't change for you. And the more you pressure other people to change, the more they're going to resist it. And and not change.
So it's all about the let them theory.
Okay.
Essentially, no matter what happens in your life, you have to take this approach of let them, allow them, let it happen. It's usually just a projection, honestly, and it has very little to do with you. So let them do what they need to do. If something happens to you, let it happen.
And if you're struggling with that, honestly, the lead with love notion, just saying that to yourself in that moment when you are struggling to separate from self, and that's it's a difficult thing, but it just dawned on me. Your mother will love you because she's your mother.
Yeah.
You know, your family will love you because they family. Your partner chooses to love you. And that's a contract that's going to look different with every season of your life.
Absolutely.
Say thank you to them for loving you, for choosing to love you, warts and all. There is something dramatic about it, but I love that. The only thing we can control is ourselves. You can't control what other people do. So let them.
Let them.
Let them.
Mel Robbins is fantastic. Her story is incredible. It helped me through so many dark moments in my life. So if you have an opportunity, YouTube her, podcast her, whatever you need to do. She is fantastic. And that let them theory will actually change your life and perspective.
Okay, before we steal anyone else's intellectual property, I'm going to let you go and do what you do so well and get into those news headlines. I'll get into the sport in just a moment. If you are tracking someone who motivates you, if someone who has just that perfect turn of phrase to light your fire, let us know. We have got an open space for some awesome Monday motivation, and we all need to lean on each other on a Monday morning. Love you guys. Thank you so much for that contribution. We've got an hour of the show to embrace and enjoy. Let's kickstart that with those news headlines.
Thank you so much, Graham. It has just gone 8 o'clock on the dot. Let's get into your national news headlines. Where the city of Tshwane reports progress in restoring electricity to the CBD, and that's after outages since Thursday caused by vandalism along Struben Street. Now, engineers are repairing the damaged 132 kilowatt Bellum Princess Park feeders, joining critical joints and preparing to refill oil-filled cables to stabilize the network. Now, city spokesperson Lindela Mashego says power has returned to some areas, including Khosi Mampuru, the second correctional center, but Pretoria West industrials and surrounding zones remain offline. Now, restoration time is unconfirmed, with all available resources being applied for safe, swift completion. In other national news, Mpumalanga's MEC for Community Safety, Jackie Macy, says authorities are determined to expose all drug manufacturing plants. That's after a major bust at the Volkrisk farm, where 5 suspects were arrested. Now, police seized chemicals, equipment and TIC, valued at around 350 million. 4 suspects are Mexican nationals, and the 5th is a South African caretaker, while 2 fled on foot. Now, the case has been handed to the Hawks. The suspects are likely to appear in court today. Now, Macy has vowed not to allow foreign-run drug operations to target South Africans' youth. Let's look at your international news making headlines, starting out on the continent, where the Democratic Republic of Congo will lift its cobalt export ban on the 16th of October, replacing it with annual quotas to regulate global supply. Now, miners will be allowed limited shipments for the rest of the year, with nearly 100,000 tons permitted annually in 2026 and 2027. Now, the move, imposed after prices hit a 9-year low, aims to stabilize markets, strengthen oversight of the artisanal sector, and promote local refining. A share of future volumes will also be reserved for national projects. Meanwhile, the British Ministry of Defence confirmed that UK fighter jets flew NATO air defence mission over Poland in response to Russian drone and aircraft incursions. Now, 2 jets launched from RAF Coningsby on Friday night and returned Saturday morning to strengthen Eastern European air defences. Russian drones and jets have violated NATO airspace multiple times in recent weeks, including a 12-minute incursion over Estonia. Now, they ignored signals from Italian jets on NATO's Baltic Air Police mission, testing the alliance's readiness and response to airborne threats. Let's close up with this story with the Californian desert, which is set to glitter brighter than ever as Coachella 2026 announces Sabrina Carpenter, Justin Bieber and Karol G as its star headliners, marking the first time any of them will top the iconic bill. Now, across 2 weekends in April, more than 250,000 fans at Indio's Empire Polo Club will see Sabrina kick off the Friday, Bieber light up the Saturday, and Karol G close with Sunday Magic. Joining them are Teddy Swims, Central C, C-Mat, and rising UK favourites like Lil Sims, Wet Leg, and FKA Twigs. Now, with celebrity sightings and surprise moments almost guaranteed, next year's Coachella promises music magic and definitely a festival season to remember. Well, that is where we leave your news for this Monday morning. Let's get those final sporting highlights from Graham.
Thank you so much, Carissa. It seems the Proteas ladies hitting form at just the right time. Tasman Brits smashing a career best 171 not out in a record 260-run stand with captain Laura Volfart, who weighed in with 100 there as South Africa's ladies beat Pakistan by 26 runs in Lahore to clinch the ODI series 2-0. So despite Sidra Amin's 122 and Natalia Parvaiz's 73, Nadine de Klerk 3 for 45 there with ball in hand, and then Marizan Cups 2 for 37, sealing a very memorable win. Now, bringing it back home for some stellar rugby action this weekend, Suzuki Griquas pulled off a famous upset, edging the Lions 27-25 in a pulsating Currie Cup final at Ellis Park. So the Lions, in front of their home crowd, seemed to have clinched it with Lubabalo's Dobela's 77th minute penalty and then an 80th minute turnover. But a TMO intervention handed Griquas one last chance, and George Whitehead took it. He calmly slotted the decisive penalty to steal a historic win and some glory for a team that's played so well this season. Now let's get back onto the international stage as Botswana stunned the world to claim the men's 4x400 meter relay gold in Tokyo over the weekend, becoming the first African nation to win the event. Colin Kibanachipi, who's been phenomenal throughout the tournament, anchored them home in 2 minutes 57.76 seconds, edging out the USA and South Africa, who claimed bronze in a very dramatic finish. The US head back in the women's race with Sydney McLaughlin of Ron guiding them to gold there as well. So back on the top of the podium. And now it's still early days, but Liverpool are sending quite a message. They stretched their perfect start in the Premiership with a 2-1 derby win over Everton in the Merseyside drama. So opening a 6-point lead now at the top of the table. Elsewhere, Man United, they beat Chelsea 2-1 at Old Trafford. And that was with a couple of red cards, Casemiro for one. Well, Arsenal salvaged a 1-1 draw with Man City thanks to Gabriel Martinelli's stoppage time equaliser after Erling Haaland's early strike. I have a feeling the league is going to test the nerves this year, and the fans love it. That's where we leave our sport for this morning. Let's get one last traffic update.
Well, let's get into that traffic for this morning for the final time. Out in Gauteng and Johannesburg, there is a stationary vehicle blocking the left lane, and that is near Golden Highway. Now, with peak traffic in full swing, delays are, of course, being experienced. Now, please drive cautiously, and if you are headed out that way, please be careful and keep a safe following distance. Well, let's move over to the mother city in Kales River. Now, if you are heading north on the R300 this morning, there is congestion building up near Van Riebeeck Road, so do expect a few delays in that stretch. And you might want to factor in a few extra minutes wherever you are headed this morning. And of course, remember to stay safe while heading on the roads. That is where we leave your traffic for now. Let's get into your weather. The South African Weather Service has issued yellow level 2 warnings for today. There's damaging coastal winds and waves that are being experienced between Plettenberg Bay and Port St. John's. Now, that is posing risks to small vessels and navigation. There's also damaging interior winds being forecast between Plettenberg Bay and Gqeberha, with possible damage to temporary structures, small harbours and traffic disruption. Now, in addition, extremely high fire danger conditions are expected across the Highveld of Mpumalanga, Eastern KwaZulu-Natal, Southern Gauteng, as well as Limpopo. Now, let's close off your sunrise views this morning with a cherry on this beautiful cake. And who's that cherry? None other than Pearly Beach. Azalea got in touch with this gorgeous, gorgeous morning view. The colors of the sky reflecting beautifully on the body of water is just something to be marveled at. And thank you so much for allowing us to witness this beauty this morning, Azalea. 17 degrees is what you can expect on your side of town. And thank you so much for ending on such a high. We still have the rest of the week to get through those, so 063-036-9649. That is how you get in touch with your morning view. And please, we encourage this behavior. Snap away and send it on through to our WhatsApp line as we get into your final bit of temperatures so you can prepare for the rest of this Monday.
It's looking beautiful out there. Let's see if we can improve the picture inside. If you play your daily lotto today, there is a lot in the offing. It's bringing you more wins and more thrills with Daily Lotto Plus. So for just R3, you can play your daily lotto, then add R1.50 and double your winning chances with Daily Lotto Plus. So you play your daily lotto for that guaranteed 450,000 Rand, and then you can play Daily Lotto Plus for the guaranteed 150,000 Rand this Monday. It's massive. So please don't get left behind. Get your tickets now. Go in-store as soon as they open. Go online, nationallottery.co.za. Use their mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking app, or you can just dial *120 *7529# and get the USSD sent straight to you. All the details will be up on the Expresso socials, so you can check them out at your leisure. Then Panda, Pusher, play your Daily Lotto for the guaranteed 450,000 Rand jackpot, and Daily Lotto Plus for the guaranteed 150,000 Rand jackpot today. Every kid double pay day.
Yes.
I like that.
I like the sound of that.
Do you have a plus for us? Because we've got 1 hour left.
I do.
We need to add something special.
So special. So on TikTok, which we all know, we doom scroll constantly, but there's some good corners that you can find yourself on, and Book Talk happens to be one of these. I absolutely love it when my algorithm pushes me in that direction. And today we are celebrating South African authors within the Book Talk space, South African Book Talk space.
Well, it's Literacy Month, so
That's
this is
the
an
thing.
opportunity. We talk about the reading for meaning, but what about telling our story?
Ooh, I like
Books
that.
contain our narrative, the heart and soul of this country. I'm so glad we're focusing on local authors after this.
We see the person behind the banking profile. We see your story. Expresso was proudly brought to you by ABSA. Your story matters.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to another What's Trending on TikTok chat right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Now today, we're with Alistair Charles McKay, who's a South African novelist, but also a short story writer and columnist whose work explores queerness, marginalization, social justice, and the climate crisis. Now he's the author of 3 books, It Doesn't Have to Be This Way, and also The Child, and The Lucky Ones. And Siobhan Bilmer also joins us once again, known as Madam Cupcake, I love it so much, who is South South African author and founder of the Mzansi Cupcake Movement, a community just celebrating kindness, which we need more of, creativity and storytelling, just as a gentle rebellion against online toxicity. And they're on the couch today celebrating Heritage Month, where TikTok is actually spotlighting book talk creators and South African authors who use their platforms to champion literature and showcase the richness of South African culture. So please help me in giving them a feel-good welcome. Let's go! Guys, welcome.
Thank you.
For being here.
So nice to be here.
Welcome
Hello,
back.
hello.
Thank you. Alistair, we've got to start with you. I mean, being an author of 3 books and then some is such an incredible feat. So I'm so curious more about your story. What really got you into writing and what keeps you going after all these years?
Okay, thank you. So I guess I just love writing. I always have. My background is in marketing and copywriting, but I've always wanted to write novels. I've always wanted to tell stories that resonate with people. I think I grew up reading a lot of American and British books and like looking for myself in stories and not finding myself. And so writing is my way of processing my feelings and figuring out what I think about things. I wanted to tell stories that are South African and deal with issues that are important to me, like mental health. And I think stories is just such a powerful way of making us feel less alone, you know, help us connect to another person, realize what they're going through, experience another person's life. And so that's what keeps me going. It's sometimes quite hard to delve into the deep stuff, but knowing that it could maybe affect a reader in a beautiful way. Because there's no writers without readers, right? And so I love having that relationship with the readers.
Oh, that's beautiful. Are you a journaler? Like, how did you begin?
I've done some journalism, but it was more just, I mean, my first novel took me nearly a decade to write. I just trial and error, trying again, throwing it out, starting again.
Until you get there.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it.
And then TikTok has been such a nice experience from that point of view. I was a little bit nervous when I was starting on the TikTok journey. I thought you had to be like a slick dancer, which is not my skill set. But it's been so nice to discover that it's a community of readers and book lovers, and it's such a nice way of chatting about literature and things that mean something to you.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, the last time, Siobhan, you were here, you told us about that incredible movement that you've got, encouraging positivity in a space that could easily lean the other way. So Madam TikTok, Madam Cupcake, thank you so much for being here once again. Tell us a bit more, though, about how TikTok enabled you to build your community.
I think what's wonderful about TikTok is the algorithm is very different to Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more chaotic, it's a lot more faster, and that allowed my idea to resonate with so many people so quickly. So it's quite a broad community that's grown to about 3,000 followers, which is amazing, and I'm so humbled for it. But what's beautiful about it is allowed people with similar morals and values to band together to be like, we want to support this positivity ring. We want to allow people to come as they are and be who they are and not judge a person for who they are, because we don't need that in the world. And who am I to say that you're not enough?
Right. And you need to say that louder, because I don't think people in the back heard that. Who are you to say that you are not enough?
Exactly.
And we do need more of that kindness online. I mean, it very quickly, like I said, slips into the other side of things. So to have that constant reminder is beautiful. So thank you for the movement. We are all backing you.
Thank you.
I've got to ask you that, Alice. So what makes a compelling story? What makes a good book? I feel like in South Africa, there's no shortfall of stories. There's just so much richness everywhere you look. So what makes a good story, especially in our country?
I think it depends very much on the reader. I mean, everyone has different tastes. Some people love a romance. They want some escapism. Some people want to have their hearts ripped out of them. I love a book that rips my heart out. I think what makes a story really compelling is when you recognize something of yourself in the story, whether it's you recognize the feeling and you've been through something similar, or you recognize, you know, the culture that it's in. Like a South African story, I think is really wonderful from that point of view, because I think we have quite a unique sense of humor. We've got our own resilience. We've got our own history. And there's that feeling of recognition, right? When you see it. Like I love reading books that are set in Cape Town, where I know the streets where things are happening. So I think familiarity is a big part of it. And then I guess it's about like emotional engagement and going on an emotional journey. Those are the books I love, is when you get really invested in the emotions of the characters and can follow them through.
And representation matters.
Absolutely.
Which I think the South African authors do very well.
Yeah.
Because there hasn't been nearly enough up
No.
until now about good South African stories telling lives.
Yeah, I mean, Exhibit A.
Which we'll get to in just a little bit. Before we get there, though, Siobhan and Alistair, we do have a little something from, I think, your book talks that we want to have a look at. So maybe we'll start with yours, Alistair, and see exactly what you've been getting up to.
So I've been scared of TikTok for the longest time because I thought that you had to be like super slick and choreographed and really know what you were doing. And now I've discovered that half the people I really like on Instagram, the bookfluencers on Instagram, started out on TikTok. And it's actually much more like normal and chilled. And people can just have a relationship and have fun and share whatever they want to share about what they're reading or what they're enjoying. So I'm going to give it a bash. And I think I'll start off my TikTok journey.
Oh, I love that. But sometimes it is a bit intimidating at first. And then you step in and you're like, oh, wait, I can do this. And I belong here. This is my space. These are my people.
These are my voice.
It's such a warm community.
100%. I love you said bookfluencers, book talk. All of these are so good for me. And then, of course, you have your movement on TikTok as well. So let's see Siobhan in action.
Chaos.
I like them big. I like them chunky. I like them big. I like them plumpy. I like them round with something. They like my sound. They think I'm.
Oh man, I'm here for it.
Thank
you. See, Siobhan added the dancing element.
Yeah,
there we go. Got the dancing in there.
Yes. Were those your kids as well?
Those were my two daughters.
Oh, you are raising readers essentially, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm raising two women who are very much aware who they are and what their voices stand for.
Beautiful. And I love that you also advocate for that in all the work that you do. I do want to ask you though, I see you got some books in your hand.
Yes.
Take us through some of your favorite novels. And they South African too?
Yes, they are.
Okay, Siobhan, tell us more.
I wouldn't be Madam Cupcake if I wasn't doing that. But firstly, I'm going to give the honours to Alistair to hold up his very own book on national TV.
I love this, Alistair.
And you want to mention something a little bit about it?
So this is The Lucky Ones. It's my latest novel. It's a short story collection taking place mostly in Cape Town. Some of the stories are in Joburg, all around South Africa. It delves into whole kinds of different South African lives, a lot of queer stories. There's a dystopia in here. There's a reimagined fairy tale in here. Something for everybody.
I know. They say don't judge books by their cover.
You have to. Sorry, that's the one time you should.
You should. It's good.
The next one is The Locker by Gigi Fisher. This is a romance book, absolutely beautifully written. And yes, The Locker does have a very intricate role in the plot. That's all I'm going to say for that one. And then this one is very new. It launched 3 weeks ago. It's The Netherworld by Nikita Swart.
Oh, it looks dark.
Yes, this is fantasy. It's got a little bit of dark elements to it, but very, very well done. So please go and find one of these three in your bookstores, exclusive books, bargain books. Ask any bookstore. The distributors will get it there for you.
And the greatest part is that if you ever come across the author, which is very likely in South Africa, get an autograph. Come on. Tell them.
Or reach out to them on TikTok. They'd love it.
Tell them how much their books have inspired you guys. Thank you so much for this bit of inspiration today. The book talk is being represented beautifully here. Alistair, Siobhan, we love you. Come back soon.
Thank you.
And we look forward to the next book. I'm just going to put it out there. I love to see it, man. And stick around right here on your Feel Good show for some more Monday motivation coming your way.
Maybe some motivation to make it through to Friday to win big. I want you to buckle up for the World Sports Betting Cash Out game because it's ready for liftoff. Your prize pot climbs higher every second you stay in the air, but it can drift away just as easily. The real question is, will you cash out in time or watch your prize literally fly away? So we saw Sinalo Mdishwa walk away with a 1,000 Rand consolation prize last Friday, and now you have the chance to go one better. This Friday's on-air pilot could win between 1,000 and 10,000 Rand, but you have to cash out in time, and therein lies our conundrum. Don't forget to hashtag World Sports Betting in that comment to qualify for yourself. And this week's competition closes at 10 a.m. on Thursday. That's the 25th of September, this Thursday. But you can find the T's and C's at expressoshow.com. Oh, I hope you can hold your nerve. Between 1 and 10,000 Rand up for grabs there. We're going to get into a Heritage Month fashion capsule after this. channel, a louder, brighter morning packed with even more energy on Tuesday, the 23rd of September.
Expresso and Radio 2000's Big Breakfast Show are joining forces for a one-of-a-kind simulcast. The rhythm of radio meets the heartbeat of morning TV.
Expect music, stories, and a celebration of South African spirit as we gear up for Heritage Day. It's double the fun, double the flavor, and double the celebration.
Tuesday, 23 September, 6 to 9 a.m. on Radio 2000 and S3.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you gorgeous human beings, as we race into the last half hour of the show. As we say to you every morning on the socials, good morning. We love to engage with you guys, get your input, and we put something beautiful to you this morning. This week, obviously celebrating Heritage Day. How does that look? From food to family traditions, how will you be celebrating the day? A lot of us will be Brian. Let's come to terms with this. But we wanted to hear from you guys. Send us a voice note, 0630369649. That's the line to use. But let's head over to the socials, see how you guys are feeling about, well, I'm going to call it Bride Day, but it is officially our Heritage Day, an opportunity to have a little bit of fun. So let's see what y'all are saying out on the social streets. Thank you so much for Anama Bana, our regular weighing in. Good morning, vibe. I love that for you. Looking forward to sharing my heritage traditions with you all. Family recipes are the best. I like that, Nama. And thank you, as always, for being a superstar contributor to the morning show. And I think a lot of us are going to be using this opportunity to celebrate our culture in different ways. Maybe Rose is going to be doing just that. She says, good morning. We'll be having a braai by my son's place and drinks. Enjoy your day, my family. Right back at you. I think the most important thing, it doesn't matter what you're eating or where you are, as long as you are connected to family and friends. Cindy is feeling the vibe this morning. Thank you so much. I can't wait to cook mohoru and pap. I have a feeling we'll be cooking it in studio on Wednesday. I just have this feeling. But what an opportunity to dive into the things that we love the most, the things that our mama gave us. Estelle, I think, getting very excited as well. She says, good morning, Expresso team. Have a blessed day and week. Thank you so much, you too. Heritage Week, we will have a traditional family braai, because that is our tradition. I love this for you. Thank you so much for sharing how you are going to be sharing your amazing day with us. Keep them coming. Let us know. We want voice notes. We want pictures after the day. But right now, we're going to focus on something that is so unbelievably local, and we are putting it on a platform. Sibusiso Mokochane is known for his brand Soul Art Foundation, which designs recycled and upcycled textiles and clothing items, and they've got a lot of the right kind of attention recently. Now, Ayanda met up with him to learn more about his latest clothing collaboration with Woolworths. Take a look.
This Heritage Month, we not only celebrate the beauty that unites us as South Africans, but the people who carry that richness, that resilience, and that spirit every single day. Today, I'm going to meet Sibusiso Mokochane, who is the co-founder of the Soul Art Foundation, and we're going to chat all things about his Woolworths collaboration on their latest Heritage Collection capsule. Let's go meet him. We're here about the Woolworths capsule, but I'd like to start off by talking all about you. Tell me about the Soul Art Foundation, how it started and why it started.
Soul Art Foundation started as a passion project from school. So I studied tourism. So it's from an assignment that we got in 2010 about creating artworks for the 2010 World Cup. Then we sold those artworks in Villa Street, and that's how we fundraised to buy machinery and start with the production for Soul Art Foundation.
It is amazing to me that you started in tourism and you somehow found your way into the world of design. How did that happen and what inspired you to stay in the space?
For my mom, she was the one who was passionate about design and sewing, so I observed her. I got the foundation from her and the inspiration from her to start with the skill.
Now, you were the designer that was chosen by Woolworths to collaborate on them with their 2025 Heritage Collection. How did you feel to know that you were the one selected?
I was happy when I got a call from the head of design at Woolworths. He loved our work. It was a breakthrough moment, especially after being in the industry for a very long time. So to get an opportunity like this was a very beautiful experience.
The inspiration for this year's capsule is tapping into the global trend of creative craft, as well as building into our African heritage and celebrating natural elements, beautiful organic shapes, and being in line with trend. Sibusiso was the perfect fit with his range Soul Art Foundation. It was a seamless blend for what we wanted to achieve this year, and he was amazing to work with.
The pattern is inspired by social cohesion of cultures. So this one is from the Ndebele culture, referencing the Ndebele wall paintings. And this one is from the Xhosa culture, Umbhaco.
Yes,
the lines, Umbhaco, yeah. So, and this one is inspired by the Zulu culture, the earrings. From this one is inspired by the blankets of the Sotho nation. And the circles are inspired by the Tsonga tradition. So it was more about the inclusion and the diversity of South Africa.
That is so beautiful, Sibusiso, because when I saw this pattern, I mean, I'm wearing one of the clothes from your capsules myself. I definitely thought Africa, but I didn't realize that it's so specific to South Africa.
What sets this collection apart from any other year is that we've actually took a new inspiration. It's very pared back. It's monochromatic, it's not in full color, and yet it's for the Rainbow Nation of South Africa.
This collection is a celebration of our unity, a reflection of our deep diversity, our roots, and our ancestry. I couldn't help but notice that on the tag of the shirt, we've got Ode to We. What does Ode to We mean?
It's my poem to us, it's my poem to you and me. So it's more inspired by the inclusion and the diversity of the country, and because you are. And I believe that working together we can go far.
To quote Sibusiso from his poem, he says, "The pattern shapes are inspired by design languages of cultures I've interacted with in this beautiful land." And that really resonates with us as Woolworths.
Now I'm going to ask you a very difficult question. I know it's difficult for any designer to pick a favorite, but of this capsule collection, which is your favorite piece and why?
If I had to choose one, I would go with this dress. I'm loving the layout of this pattern. It's so beautiful. Still about social cohesion.
Absolutely.
But I love how the layout of the positive and the negative illustration came out.
Oh, that is so beautiful. A collection that is fit for everyone. This Heritage Month, let's celebrate us, our unity, our vibrant diversity, and our roots. The stories we tell, the traditions we honor, the food we share, the music we play, and the dances that bring us together. Discover this limited edition Heritage Collection at Woolworths, online, in-store, or on the app.
Wow.
Yeah, so sorry, we were having a moment for ourselves thinking of what we're going to wear.
This coming
on
Wednesday.
Heritage Day. I have a feeling we might echo that. Well, I'm hoping. An ode to WE. Well done, Woolworths. Sibusiso Makochane's powerful tribute to unity, identity, shared culture. It's an interesting line to walk, and he does it well.
Yeah, in South Africa, we've got to celebrate everybody, and you can shop Woolworths Heritage Capsule, in-store, online, and of course on the app. And I'm sure you'll see it on our bodies very soon to get some more inspiration.
Very soon.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, it is true. It is your feel-good breakfast show, and we're hoping that we made you feel very good this morning. If not, we still have some time, so bear with us. Listen, there are a few places on earth that rival South Africa when it comes to scenic drives. Picture yourself winding along the sheer cliffs of Chapman's Peak, or braving the untamed curves of Sunny Pass, or even cruising the legendary Garden Route, which honestly is one of my favorites.
Yeah, and I think the bug is bitten for you now. After your Hermanus excursion over the
100%.
weekend, you got to get out and explore. And these aren't just roads, they are journeys. That is the adventure. They are etched onto every traveler's bucket list. In fact, people come from all over the world to do this, and we have it here, literally. We joke about our doorstep, but I think if we had to step outside our doorstep, we'd be on a mountain or a beach.
100%, or both at the same time. So here's the question: which of the bucket list roads, now listen to these, Chapman's Peak, Sunny Pass, or Garden Route, would you most love to experience if you haven't? And why?
I've run and cycled Chapman's Peak, which was just awful. No, it was terrible.
Sorry.
I thought I was going to die. No, as I was coming over, we actually
make it worth it?
we tracked a shark swimming along the coastline, and you're pretty high up, so the fact that we could see the shark from up there was terrible. It was like I was waiting for one of us to fall off our bikes as we were going. But that was spectacular because you've got this wall of granite and this blue energy. It's very special. Garden Route's going to take some beating. Sani Pass, amazing. I get that. But the Garden Route is just magical, man.
Every single bit of it, everywhere you look, it's something to absorb, to marvel at, to enjoy, to experience.
There are so many little food stalls.
Along the way, that's the best part about it.
You will eat 9 pies. Sean, our cameraman's here. He ate 11 pies from one of the places once. Okay, it's going to happen.
You have to.
And I like that for you. I want you to explore. No, but it's also the lifeblood of these small communities. The fact that you've got these tiny little towns punching so far above their weight class because of one little shop that sells that pie.
I love it. Not only the pies, yes, the brews and the jams, or the different like hot sauces.
That's the universal sign for jam.
This is it. This is the jam. I love it. I'm obsessed.
So, yeah, you can see how much we are emotionally invested in this. And it does help if you've got the right person next to you.
That's true.
Surely every ride, it's just your ride or die now, hey?
It is my ride or die. Do you get into fights? Sometimes. Is there silence and the music goes louder? Sometimes. But I wouldn't have it any other way.
Will you solve the problems of the world?
In the car? Depends on how long the trip is.
I'll give you just the Garden Route. No, I've done it with my mom because we used to do it as a form, like an expression of love, taking long drives together. Partly when she would have to take me back from boarding school and the list of things that I'd done wrong had to be dealt with for the entire time. And I would be struggling to sit because we used to get punished differently back then. But I realized for us, it was a way that you could kind of take the edge off because there's so much going on around you. You've got the right kind of soundtrack playing. And my mom introduced me to music through our road trips.
That's a good one.
Simon and Garfunkel, Cat Stevens, and I'm playing my Guns N' Roses. She's like, okay, let's just add to your, you know. But she would let me play my Use Your Illusion 2 by Guns N' Roses.
But expanded the taste as well.
Exactly. No, she gets it. And I think she understood if you're working with a limited budget, it doesn't. But there are places right in front of us. I have a need right now to curry some eggs.
Wait, what?
I know. I've never done it before. I'm going to go curry some eggs. You can come and join me. Come.
Bass, good luck to you, actually, before you join us over there. Which route would your top dream drive be, and who's actually riding shotgun? We want you to let us know across our Expresso social pages, please. And remember that with Shell V Power, 5 couples still could win the ultimate South African road trip, plus an adrenaline-charged track experience, and that is for 2. So all you have to do is spend 750 Rand or more, and then tap or scan your V Plus rewards card 3 times this month, and you could win. So buckle up and, of course, keep fueling your passion with Shell V Power, and T's and C's do apply. Now for some egg curry.
Make a curry indeed, and if you need a curry in a hurry, I have a feeling this is the one to tick those boxes. We've had a lot of firsts together, so much so that people talk about us, and we're like, no, it's just on TV, it was just an event. My brother, we have never curried an egg before. I don't think I've ever curried an egg on the show, to be honest, no. Okay. Don't act surprised. Have you ever curried an egg on this show?
I don't know, I don't think so.
If anyone was, it would be you. No, I love this because eggs are quick protein. Jam-packed with nutrients. Often maybe not your flavor profile, but we can
make it your own. Yeah. So we're going to swap over.
I'm here for you.
Okay, so you are going to be making like a little turmeric oil for us.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so in this little pan here, you've got oil, so we're going to just pop that heat on over there.
I can do that for you.
And then to that, you're going to add some salt and turmeric powder.
Okay.
And then once that's all nice and melted together, melted I say, but like all infused.
Infused, yes.
You're going to pop your eggs into there and just roll them in there.
Okay, beautiful.
While you're doing that, I'm going to get started on our curry sauce. So basically, if you've ever heard of like an egg chutney or anything like that, that's what we're going for here. And also, make it your own with what curry spices and masalas and whatever you have.
You got your hookup. You know what you like.
You know where you get your spices
exactly.
from. Okay, so just waiting for this to heat up.
Is there a reason why we are doing the oil on the egg with the turmeric separate from our curry sauce development?
Because you want that to infuse into the egg as well, so just extra.
Ooh, and that yellow is going to pop.
It's going to look beautiful.
It's going to look gorgeous. Look at that effect. Okay, I'm down with that.
Okay, so I've got my onions in there. We've sauteed that already. Again, going with our convenient crushed garlic and ginger over here. Because
we're not judging. We are not judging.
Nobody's got time for judgment.
100%.
We need to be chilling. We need to be loving our best selves. Oh, sorry.
And the whole point here is this is a curry in under 30 minutes. And I think a lot of people will find that impossible because of how you have to develop the protein.
And also a good thing is because you're keeping it separate, you could make this curry sauce and keep it in your fridge. And when you just you
whip
know,
up a batch
when
of
the
eggs
craving
whenever
is
you
there,
need,
you can just quickly throw it in there.
Okay.
So I've got that going. Then we're going to add some birds actually. And we've de-seeded this because you know a lot of the heat comes from the seeds itself.
Okay.
But if you obviously love it hotter, pop it in there. Then I've got some chili powder.
And I'm just watching this oil take in all of the goodness, take in all of the flavor.
Got some garam masala in there. Turmeric, I'm just going to throw everything in.
And honestly, turmeric, if you can find ways of including more of this in your diet, you're probably going to add a few years to your life.
Then we got some cumin seeds and bay leaf. I almost forgot everything there.
I know.
The QR code is there, so if...
Exactly, but when we say melting pot, this is what you can envision in your head when you see it.
And then lastly, some coriander seeds in there. And now, can I just tell the nation of South Africa?
Do it, please.
Please toast off your spices. Like, cook them out first. Let it infuse into your oil because when you eat that curry and it's that meelerige taste, nobody's got time for that.
How else is the egg, the chicken, the whatever you are cooking in this curry supposed to get the flavor?
100%, man.
You've got to release the flavor into the oil so that the oil can introduce the flavor into the protein.
Just cook lekker.
Cook
I just want
lekker.
everybody know, cook lekker.
Okay, I have no idea what I should be preparing for in terms of
Yours, it
look
looks
and
good.
feel.
It looks good there. So we're just gonna swirl that, and then you're gonna just literally roll your eggs in here.
Okay.
Okay. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna put in some crushed tomatoes into this. And then curry that I grew up eating, especially like, you know, Cape Malay culture, is a little bit sweeter. And because we're adding in that there, I'm gonna add in some sugar. You don't have to.
So I'm trying not to splash too much turmeric oil around, but when you roll them around, it's a lot of fun because you get to watch this beautiful yellow
just
take control. Can you see there? Look at that color, guys. Oh my goodness. I'm going to take that off because I don't want to overcook our eggs.
Oh, good. And then I'm going to turn this down slightly. And then you're going to just let that go, like less than 10 minutes. That needs to just cook together. You just want everything to come together nicely. And then you'll plate it up, add your eggs on there, and then garnish with some coriander.
Looks like absolute gold.
Smells incredible.
I suppose therein lies the joy of a curry. And we often look at it because there's so much flavor development that needs to happen that it's a very long... But it's taking you all of about 3 minutes to include a bazooka worth of flavor. So if you know your flavor profile, it can be quite a forgiving way to cook, to break new ground and try new things. Again, I reiterate that we have never curried an egg before, but I'm going to have to taste our curried egg because it just looks...
we have, Graham, just not you and I.
I don't think you have. No, I would like... So any super fan of this show, if you can find a picture or a video of us cooking or eating a curried egg, I would like... You can even Photoshop it. I'd like to see what ChatGPT does.
AI, there's AI now,
Exactly.
so they can make it happen. And then also, like, I can picture eating this with some, like, a roti or naan or something.
It needs a scooper.
You need
to
dip, or like a lekker potbrood if you were doing Pride Day, Heritage Day.
Heritage Day is sorted this year. What are you going to do for Heritage Day, Boyke? Do you have to do anything?
Hopefully sleep. That's what I would love to be doing. Celebrating my heritage by sleeping.
I tried to book as many appointments as I could for our day off. And everyone's like, dude, no one's working, man. No one's working. Okay, that looks lovely. I've got as much curry on it as possible. Just look at that cross-section. It's gorgeous. The sweetness.
You even add some coriander. I'm very proud.
We'll talk about that later. No, we'll talk about that later. As this repeats on me, then we'll talk about that. The egg is beautiful in this because it's quite it's not a loud flavor next to some very loud flavors.
And also egg is something that takes on flavor really well, so you can literally use it in anything. I love it on everything.
I'm sorry, like I will put on egg on whatever I can. And I love that in the Asian space. I'm going to have an egg in every curry that I make from now on.
Before we finish, I want to say, some people always come for me for this, but one thing that I love, think of a sandwich, right? Curry, like your leftover curry on there. You could use this. And a fried egg. with mayo.
Let the yolk do its thing. Let the yolk, that's gold in there. I'm with you. If they come for you, I'll stand next to you if they come for you, okay? Everyone agrees. Lucian upstairs agrees. So now the world must have an egg on their curry. This is, out of all of the cooking things I thought I would discover today, absolute highlight. I love it. This is my breakfast. It's going to be a lot for breakfast. Scan the QR code, cook along, and if you've got some hints and tips for that perfect curry base for the egg, let us know. We'd love to hear it. I'm having another bite. Yummy.
It does look fantastic, doesn't it? Please keep me some, Gray and Bass. All right, let's get into some money-winning chat. Daily Lotto is bringing you more wins and more thrills with Daily Lotto Plus. Now, for just R3, play Daily Lotto, add R1.50 and double your winning chances with Daily Lotto Plus. Now, play Daily Lotto for the guaranteed 450,000 Rand and then Daily Lotto Plus for the guaranteed 150,000 Rand this Monday. Please don't get left behind. Hear my voice and definitely put it into action. Buy your tickets now in store. Head to the website nationallottery.co.za, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply just dial and get your USSD. Now, all these details, of course, are on Expresso's social media pages. Please go and check them out. And Panda Pusha play Daily Lotto for the guaranteed 450,000 Rand jackpot and Daily Lotto Plus for the guaranteed 150,000 Rand jackpot. It only happens today, and every day could be Kid Double Pay Day when you play your Lotto and Daily Lotto. So get to it as we get into a short break, and right on the other side of that, we get into some entertainment. So don't go anywhere.
Channel a louder, brighter morning packed with even more energy on Tuesday, the 23rd of September.
Expresso and Radio 2000's Big Breakfast Show are joining forces for a one-of-a-kind simulcast where the rhythm of radio meets the heartbeat of morning TV.
Expect music, stories, and a celebration of South African spirit as we gear up for Heritage Day. It's double the fun, double the flavor, and double the celebration.
Tuesday, 23 September, 6 to 9 a.m. on Radio 2000 and S3.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. One last little convo to have before we get one last amazing performance. But we put something to you guys today as part of our Monday motivation, and we wanted to connect with you to get the resonance.
That's what I'm saying. We told you about the Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins and wanted to find out exactly how that did hit base with you. And thank you so much for getting in touch, being vulnerable, because that's where it begins and where the healing actually starts. So let's see what you had to say.
Keneal just weighed in with an absolute banger here. I've always been a person who focused on what other people say or think about me, and as every day passed, I saw how draining it is for me and started losing weight.
Sure.
That's when I put my foot down and ended all that. Great summation. I now concentrate on positivity and feeling good about myself. Consciously, I like that. I've learned to stop thinking about things I can't change and remove anything that's negative in front of me. I've been happier since, and I get my strength from praying, loving myself, and accepting myself as I am. Lead with love.
Keneal.
I like that.
So brilliant. Well done. And thank you for that beautiful reminder as well, Keneal. Stunning. Start with yourself, love yourself, and like Ray says, lead with love in every single moment. Well, let's see what else we've got. Mandlovu saying, my peace is protected by a velvet rope of self-love.
I like it.
A fortress of boundaries and a moat of mindfulness. I prioritize me time, surround myself with good vibes, and let negativity go. My peace is my sanctuary, and I got it fiercely. Yes, girl, you better.
That's intention in a sentence. I'm absolutely so impressed that you framed that so beautifully, because that allows us to kind of lean into those words. Have a mantra. Scream it to yourself in your own head before you wait for someone else to kind of give you permission or agency. But right now, we've got some young people with a lot of agency.
Yes, I feel empowered now to get into this Monday, feeling entertained too on the stage right now to perform here with me. Amazulu by David. Amanda Black is the Hasten Tora cappella group. Take it away.
Joy.
Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me, stay with me.
I'm drifting away into the darkness. Ngizothatha umthwalo ndibeke emqolo mama. Ubomi bunzima, so I lift my head up higher. Open my eyes and I will fly.
I'm feeling floating, looking up, saying the heavens will open.
Darling, we're Zulu, ndikalela kuwe.
Open up, I'm feeling close enough, and I'm shining brighter. But I'm losing my flow.
I don't care how long it takes, as long as I've got you, I've got a smile.
Another feel-good production.